Who made you a Mashiach? Shalom, shalom, family, shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Honoring of his only begotten beloved Son. Another barbershop, chop shop, broadcast from a secret location. Everybody ain't right, so we had to switch up real quick. You did. All praises, glory, and honor. Y'all see the title, The Rebellion of Jonah. We're going to examine the life of Jonah, the mind of Jonah, and everything. Let me get back to the young gunner real quick, too. I know y'all like, that's ghetto. How he going to be live on the phone? All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten beloved Son. Let's thank the Most High for allowing us to come together on another holy Shabbat and throw down on his word. Honor and humility, StL. The Kills Dick Water, StL, Sect of the Nazarene, House of Zion, Homeschool. Everything's in the description box. Thank you for all your prayers and your support. We want to thank our little sister. Look at her. She don't even say nothing, but right on for allowing us to come chop it up. You feel me? At your residence. 943, who I see up in there, out the mud. Watchman, Shalom, Yakira, Yisrael, Shebrew, I push. What it do, Hebrew? J.A. Judah, young Jeremiah, Shabbat Shalom worldwide to the family. The rebellion of Jonah. Mm-hmm. Dang. What y'all think about when y'all heard about Jonah? What y'all think?
First thing that come to my mind is getting ate up.
Getting ate up by the fish. Nigga, I put look like you in a Christian church. Why you say that? Because of these dead flowers right there? That's why you say? Yeah, I'd say, look, I'm in a Christian church. I'm in a kitchen. I ain't no Christian church, man. He teach y'all on your flowers. Nigga, he laughing like a mug. But yeah, what y'all think? What y'all think about when y'all first heard Jonah? Nehemiah, talk to me. Y'all. What you think about when you heard Jonah? Jonah.
I think about
going back to. I'm just talking about going back to childhood. You ain't even got to give me the most educated answer you know now. Just think about everything.
The fish. I'm telling you.
The fish.
Ate about fish.
What you say, huh?
That's from basic childhood.
Fish, basically. You know what I'm saying? You got ate up by the fish or whatever.
Well, I read a little bit of it, and what I got from it is somebody who thought they can hide from the Most High or run from him.
That was a recent thesis you came up with, recent deduction, because you just read it.
No, I ain't just read it right now. I read like I was looking for John, and I came across Jonah's, and I was like, well, maybe John's name will come up later in here, like Judah's story, but it didn't. I'm just reading the wrong thing.
That's what I say. It's never man's goings of the Most High. It's never the wrong time to read something in the scripture. Jonah gets skipped over a lot, though. You feel me? We asked certain things. I was asking y'all, what tribe is Jonah from? Who in the worldwide assembly know what tribe Jonah from? You feel me? I asked around here, ain't nobody know. Somebody will, I don't know, I ain't gonna say nobody. Somebody threw out Benjamin. Was Jonah a Hebrew Israelite? And if he was, what tribe was he from is the question. All right, Shabbat Shalom, Mina J, Paris Lockhart, what it do, Hebrew? My Jamaican brethren, Howard Brown, what it do, Hebrew? Kawhi Yisrael, Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, he tried to run, but ain't no running from y'all. Hey, do me a favor, Nehemiah, grab me that 1 Samuel 15. 1 Samuel 15, we're going to go first. One brother say Manasseh up in here. Okay, Sect of the Nazarene. I just said 1 Samuel 15, 22. Sect of the Nazarene, that's Akt. That's Akt out of not Naptown, but out of Tennessee. He said Manasseh. J.A. Judah say Zebulon. 1 Samuel the 15th chapter. I need verse 22 and 23. Read 22 first. All right, y'all, we're going to 1 Samuel the 15th chapter, and we're going to read verse 22 first. All right, 1 Samuel, y'all give me a 7 when y'all get there up in the chat group. Again, the name of the class is The Rebellion of Jonah. Yeah. You feel me? And when you be going through your Jonah in your life, once we get to the end of the story, you can always, when you're dealing with the Bible, apply it to yourself. You feel me? You can take something that the heathen call it extrapolate. Take something from the story and like pull every possible detail out of it. You kind of like put yourself in the story. Like, dang, the Most High told me to go over here to Antarctica. And go tell everybody in Antarctica, y'all going the hell off. Y'all better repent for the Most High destroy this place. Would I allow feelings and emotion to override what I know I'm supposed to do? That's what we're supposed to learn from situations. Everybody want to argue. Did he really get swallowed by a fish? Was it a big fish? Was it a whale? What is a whale? It's a big fish. That's impossible. He was in the stomach for 3, and you start taking everything out of it that you really don't need to take out of it. What you really need to trip off of. He was called, he rebelled. And thank the Most High ain't kill him in his rebellion. He still allowed him to, you know what I'm saying? But he had to go through, he had to be cut off as if he was dead for a minute. All right, so I need 1 Samuel 15 chapter, verse 22. Can I be heard in the worldwide chat? Throw a 7 up in that deal. Yeah, verse 22. Throw a 7 up in there if I can be heard. We in 1 Samuel 15 chapter and 22nd verse. I'm seeing 7s. We all good. We all good. Okay. Let's get it done.
And Samuel said, have the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? That's a question. Yeah, behold, to obey is better than to sacrifice, and to hearken than to fat of rams.
Than the fats of rams. So it's better to listen to the Most High than the animals gotta die because you transgress. You feel me? He's like, obedience is better than sacrifice. It's better you obey. Why do an animal gotta die because you sin? Right? That should be you dying. But the Most High provide a way for you to appease his wrath. Back then it was animal sacrifice. Ain't none of that going on now. That's all symbolic for the crucifixion of Christ. That's why it's important to believe in ideology. You believe in his crucifixion. That's a sacrifice to appease the wrath of God. So what happened was Saul, the king, got an order from God through Samuel to do a certain mission when he went to war against Amalek. He was told to kill everything. Man, woman, child, animals, everything. And he completed the job 75% of the way. He didn't complete it though, because he was cool with the king. Feel me? So then Samuel walked up and he let it be known. It's better to listen to God than for you to throw you a barbecue. He thought he was gonna be able to spur the king and just cook some food and there are bygones be bygones. The prophet was like, God told you to kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? They wicked. They was coming at y'all when y'all was coming out of Egypt. They was trying to destroy y'all. Now I have delivered them into y'all hands. Kill everything. You feel me? He rebelled. He killed majority, but not everything. So then Samuel, the prophet of God, told the king of God, you tripping. He did. What else to say?
For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
Anything to get you off the order that God gave you is you rebelling. It's sorcery, it's seduction, it's witchcraft. I don't care if it's real subtle, like, come on. It's all good. It's innocent. It really don't matter. You feel me? Or somebody was roaring like a lion. It's witchcraft when you're done talking. Rebellion, in other words, you going against what God commanded you to do is witchcraft. And something got you controlled up here to where you start thinking it's okay. Got a spell on it. What else to say?
And stubbornness is as in iniquity and idolatry.
And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. This is called the rebellion of Jonah. Might have called the witchcraft of Jonah. Something got in his mind. Guess what it was? His own self. His own carnal, fleshly reasoning got above what God commanded him. And he started trying to run away from the very thing God called him to do. So when you're going through your Jonah, when you receive an instruction from the Most High, you feel me? You're supposed to read this story right here and learn from it. All right, I'm gonna give me a witness. Romans 15, real quick, Romans 15:4. Romans 15:4. You're supposed to pay attention or take heed to things that were written aforetime. Things that were written aforetime. All right. Shabbat shalom to the worldwide family. Barbershop, chop shop, broadcasting from an undisclosed location. You did all praises, but y'all see it, the rebellion of Jonah. The rebellion of Jonah. Chantel Prescott, shalom. She brew August Dream, Shabbat shalom. Mikael, business bread. Romans 15:4. Administrator Poppy Shoe. These she bulls be on it up in there. Yeah, Romans 15:4.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
So whatever was written aforetime, including in Jonah, that was written. So we're supposed to read the story of Jonah and be edified off that, and learn from it. See that? Whatever was written aforetime, whatever you read in the Bible, it's supposed to be an example of you either do what to do in righteousness or to stay away from the wicked. So you could read something in this story of Jonah and take it and apply it to your life. All right. Whatever was written aforetime was written for our learning. Right? Go ahead. What else to say?
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
That we through patience and comfort of the scripture might have hope. So when we read this, let's find the hope in it. Let's find the comfort in it. You understand? Because the Most High commands all of us. How many times have you been in rebellion? How many times have he commands you to do something and your own personal reasoning got above it? You start making excuses. Right? You don't want to be cut off as if dead. Jonah was cut off from the dead for 3 days and 3 nights. Can you imagine being cut off? All because you rebelling, huh? So whatever was written aforetime was written for our learning. All right, 2 Peter, second witness, 2 Peter 3, 2 Peter 3, 1 and 2. And then let's get into this story. We're going to read about Jonah, then we're going to read about another brother. Another prophet of God, 2 Peter 3, 1 and 2. 2 Peter 3, 1 and 2. Y'all give me a 7 when y'all get there. 2 Peter 3, 1 and 2. 2 Peter 3, 1 and 2. The rebellion of Jonah. 1 through 2. Our Lord Yah, thank the Most High. It's the Shabbat. Forget about the world. Forget about your little problems you got. Focus totally on the Most High, creator, owner, and possessor of all things.
Unwilling for anything.
You understand? And strive with all your might to follow the perfect, flawless example of his only begotten beloved son, period. Period in the story. That needs to be your aim, period. Late in the hour. Nehemiah, you heard about the Yellowstone volcano? What's going on? Drop some jewels to the people, man. I know you've been working.
I seen Steve Tillman, if I remember, the brother put something on Facebook about how it's going down, but I didn't just actually read the article. Steve Tillman did put some on Facebook about what's going on.
See if you can find something. The Worldwide Assembly might want to hear that. You dig? While you arguing over your shoes and your clothes, you dig, and whatever else, your social status, what's really going on. Ada Robinson, Shabbat Shalom family, Shabbat Shalom, the rebellion of Jonah. We first read rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. If you rebel against or from the Most High, you might as well have been seduced. You got a spell on you, what's called demons. Right? Then we know about Jonah, so we went to Romans 15:4 and showed how that whatever was written aforetime is written for our learning. So when you read this Bible, learn from it, apply it to your life. Period. No matter what story you read, you can get something about it. All right. This is second witness of Romans 15:4. What does it say, Hebrew?
This second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure minds by the way of remembrance.
By the way I stir up your, what kind of minds? Pure minds, right? By way of remembrance. He's making you remember something. All right, this is a man that actually walked with the Messiah himself. All right, go ahead.
That ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets.
Yeah.
And of the commandments of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior.
Did you see that? So he said, be mindful of the words which were spoken unto you by the holy prophets. Where you find that at? Where the holy prophets at in the Bible? In the Old Testament. Jonah was in the Old Testament. Jonah was a prophet of God. He decided to rebel. Thank the Most High that, he ain't kill him in his rebellion. Feel me? Let's get into the 2 Peter 3, 1 and 2. Yeah. So what you got over there, Nehemiah? Talk to us. Bless us with your understanding, brother.
Oh, praise the Most High. Shout out to Brother Tillman who brought it to my attention, but I didn't just get on it today. It says Yellowstone volcano lake 100-foot fish for urgent park closure because of the fear of landslide. And giant crack in the Wyoming-based National Park has property officials to shut down areas from tourists in case of landslide.
Now, y'all know Yellowstone Park. Y'all ever seen the movie 2012? That was that volcano that went off inside the United States. Woody Harrelson was up on that peak or whatever. 2012, Yellowstone volcano was erupted. The activity is getting worse and worse now. That's what he's reading about. It's just what's the date of that article right there? You read.
7/27. July 19, 2018.
Today is the 20th. This was yesterday. What did it say? 100-foot fissures?
100-foot fissures for urgent park.
Openings in the volcano, 100 feet. Oh, wait, this is serious. Right here in the good old United States, huh?
You know what? There's a movie on Netflix, I think it's called How It Is. It got,
yes, I watched it last night.
I think it's called How It Is. I don't show what happened. The smoke cloud, the way they had the ash falling like Pompeii, it kind of lets you lead off to either nuke went off or volcano went off.
Right. Yeah, real talk. I started watching it last night, but I didn't get to watch all of it.
I can kind of see how it looks like a volcano.
All right, so we're going to get to this book of Jonah. No, finish reading that though once Boo gets situated. We can go ahead.
U.S. news site affiliated with NBC reported a 100-foot long fish has prompted closing of part of Grand Teton National Park. Grand Teton National Park said in a statement, the Hidden Falls and Inspiration Point areas are currently closed due to elevated potential for rockfall. The area was closed to protect human safety on July 10th after expanding cracks and rock boulders or buttress was detected.
So basically saying in a nutshell, Yellowstone volcano is starting to show more and more activity. They got 100-foot fissures, 100-foot openings. They closing. That's one of the major tourist attractions in the United States, Yellowstone Park. You feel me? That deal was starting to heat up just like over in Hawaii. You feel me? The end of days is close. So I'm studying holding notes. You say what up?
There's one volcano can go active. You understand the earth is always moving and safe. So one volcano working, another volcano either can go work. You know what I'm saying?
So they all connected, like the arteries and veins in your body, basically.
It's like your land mass when you develop, come up, cool, fast, cool.
All right, look at the lock, doctor. What up, Trish? Shabbat shalom. All right, let's get into Jonah. Jonah, the first chapter. Jonah, the first chapter, all right? Let's get some understanding. Who was Jonah? Right? Who was Jonah? And how do we apply this story to our life? How do we become better, devout servants of the Most High? By learning from the mistakes of Jonah. One thing you can always do with the Bible is do what's called psychology. You can do a psychological review. You're reading Jonah's file after it's like Jonah sitting on your couch. You're reading his file. Pull up the file of Jonah. What was you thinking? It's water fire.
Man, man,
what you mean?
Secret locations are blown up.
Yeah, up in here.
It's all good.
All right, so we in the book of Jonah. We in the book of Jonah. Again, it's the Shabbat. Barbershop, chop shop from an undisclosed secret location underground. And so we in the underground bunker, getting it in. All right, let's get it done.
Now, going first.
Yeah, start verse 1.
Now, the word of the Lord came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, arise and go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come up before me.
So he get word from the Almighty. Say go cry against Nineveh. Nineveh was a metropolis of its day, just like coming to America. It's like a New York City or something like that. You got something, Nick?
Well, if you look up the midday, we can start off with part of Malachi's tribute question that, yes, he was an Israelite.
No doubt.
So that answers that, was he an Israelite?
Yeah, was he Israelite?
I'll wait to reveal some more.
Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Anybody else get some more information? You know, don't hesitate. Fire off. Let's get her done.
But Jonah rose up to flee into Tarshish from the presence of the Lord and went down to
Tarshish. Yeah, so he fled, right? Meaning what?
Ran.
If he ran, but if the Most High told you to go over there to New York, stand in the middle of that deal valley, and cry against it. I'm not gonna be like, come on, everybody, let's have a kumbaya and hug and laugh. Most High tell me to go cry against something. Y'all think I'm there to be diplomatically correct? Am I trying to be like? Am I trying to compromise with everybody?
Nah.
I'm going there to cold rebuke everything I see. I'm gonna be hated. These niggas gonna try to kill me. But I've been commanded by the Most High God to go ahead and get it done. So this proves when he fled that Jonah got his what? He got his feelings. He let feelings override what he was commanded, which you can never do. Right? Even though it may look like the Most High sending you right into a death trap. Right? Even though it may look like that. You feel me? Remember, your life is not your own. Your whole point is to what? Execute with super precision. That's the only thing you're supposed to be doing is execute. Ain't about what I feel. Remember the Messiah say what? He said, you want to come after me, what? Deny yourself. Right? Jonah didn't deny himself right out the gate, right out the front. But the Most High told him to go cry against Nineveh. Nineveh was looked at like a New York City. You feel me? Controlled by these gangsters. They from around kill me. Nah, I'm gonna go flee. I'm gonna run from what God told me to do because I'm emotional. You understand? That's something you can't be in this walk. You gotta be locked in no matter who get mad. Get it done. All right. What else to say?
He went down to Joppa and he found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof and went down into
Went down into it.
Go with them unto Tarshish. Yeah. From the presence of the Lord.
Look at that, running from him. I don't want to do that. So when you're going through your Jonah in life, you want to check yourself. You understand? Like what we believe, our own desires and feelings can't trump. You feel me? What's right? Nehemiah, you got something?
Yeah, it was just that right? Tarshish is a city of the Phoenicians. You know what I'm saying? It's distant part of the Mediterranean Sea. I mean, you know, everybody don't get the idea what we had. How far he tried to go to get away. Before he did a distant part of the Mediterranean.
Like, man, I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
He had to be scared, man. He had to be very scared to go to Nineveh to speak the word of the Most High.
And that's close to Spain, you know, kind of the idea.
I'm looking at the picture over here.
Going close towards Spain. He's trying to get way.
Yeah, come on, let's get it.
But the Lord sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken.
So who sent the mighty wind? The Most High God. Who controls the elements and the weather is the Most High God. Right? You running from him, you ain't doing them, but in the end, facing the inevitable. You running in circles. Mm-hmm. If the Most High come holler at you, you got a job to do, period. Right? He think he can run, but he a prophet of the Most High. You know you can't run. Most High will do what? Send a tempest, a mighty storm. Mighty storm. Right? Y'all just heard about what happened in Missouri today, didn't you? Out in Branson?
No.
You heard about what happened in Branson? That boat flipped over, break them off, Nick. I know you didn't heard about it.
So you had this, I guess, kind of a tourist thing called a duck boat.
Duck boat.
Duck boat, what it is a land to water there. So they had like 31 passengers on the boat, and then remember they had some storms that came through it, right? And so you want 60 to 80 miles per hour winds So when they went into the water, winds came and toppled the boat in the water, along with all that storm and the water and everything. So the body count originally was 11, then it went to 13. I think it's right now the official count is 17.
That happened today. That happened early. Here in Missouri. Yeah, it was going over today early in the news this morning. I'm like, dang, all them people went out there just to have some fun and get on a boat and just do some tourist type stuff. What is it, 15?
17.
17 of them ended up dying out of 30 of them.
31.
Feel me? That's how that tempest, that storm just came through.
That was at 68 miles per hour.
Yeah. Sent to the judgment that quick. Sent to the judgment that quick. Yeah, we in the book of Jonah. We in the book of Jonah, chapter 1. Read that verse 4 again.
But the Lord sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken.
Very powerful. Come on.
Then the mariners was afraid and cried, every man unto his God. Those people believing in different stuff.
God. Everybody in the ancient world didn't worship our God.
And cast forth the wares that were in the ship unto the sea, to lighten it of them. But Jonas was gone down into the side of the ship, and he lay and was fast asleep.
So they started throwing certain things overboard. Maybe it's because we got this on here. The storm is coming. Because if you believe in a certain god or a pagan, you start tripping off Poseidon and Zeus and these different little gods or whatever. Like, what god is angry to where our ship is almost broken? That's what the pagans are thinking. But Jonah, the one that's sent by the Most High, that's running from him, he down here asleep. Come on.
So the shipmaster came to him and said unto him, what meanest thou, O sleeper? Arise, call upon thy God. If so be that God would think upon us that we perish not. And they said, everyone to his fellow, come and let us cast lots, that we may know for who caused this evil is upon us. So they cast lots, and the lot fell upon Jonah.
Yeah, it was a way they used to throw, like, people look at it today like throwing dice or whatever.
Yeah.
You feel me? However the rocks or the dice fall, you know the wheel of the Most High. You understand? We cast lots too in the book of Acts. The priests in the Bible cast lots when it came out of certain decisions. You see these heathens was doing the same thing. Lots fell on Jonah. So they like, hold on, this is happening because of you? All right, go ahead.
Then said they unto him, tell us, we pray thee, for whose cause this evil is upon us? What is thy occupation? And whence comest thou? What is thy country? And of what people art thou? And he said unto them, I am Hebrew.
I am a who?
Hebrew.
I am a Hebrew.
And I fear the Lord, the God of heaven, which have made the sea and the dry land. Then were the men exceedingly afraid, and said unto him, why hast thou done this? For the men knew that he fled from the presence of the Lord, because he had told them. Then said they unto him, what shall we do unto thee, that the sea may be calm unto us? For the sea rocked and was tempestuous.
Very strong, very windy. They're like, well, okay, you the reason why this is happening. So what we need to do to you? You see? Come on.
And he said unto them, take me up and cast me forth unto the sea. So shall the sea be calm unto you. For I know that for my sake the great tempest is upon you.
He had to just keep it real. You understand? Like, look, y'all want this to be calm, y'all gonna have to throw me head first overboard.
So he was like him.
Yeah, get me out of there. I'm the reason why it's happening. He's owning up to what it is he's running from.
So he rather had died than to go to the
Then to let everybody die.
Not at first.
Yeah.
Not at first.
Not at first.
At first he wanted to get away because he knew the death most likely would be overtaken. But being that she got these men there, and he don't want to be held responsible for the death of all these men.
Yeah.
Okay, no, true.
Yeah.
I read.
Yeah. So all y'all don't die, throw me clean off this ship.
Nevertheless, the men rowed hard to bring it to the land, but they could not, for the sea rocked and was
tempestuous
against them. Therefore they cried unto the Lord and said, We beseech thee, O Lord, we beseech thee, let us not perish for this man's life.
Look at that. Y'all pagans don't even worship our God. Shalom. Y'all pagans don't even worship the God of heaven. Now they call him the Most High.
And lay not upon lay not upon us innocent blood, for thou, O Lord, hast done as it pleases thee. So they took up Jonah and cast him forth unto the sea, and the sea ceased from her raging. Then the men feared the Lord exceedingly, and offered a sacrifice unto the Lord, and made vows. Wow.
Yeah, that's that quick. As soon as he gets showing he the problem, as soon as he go overboard, everything go calm. And it happened so powerful that they ended up fearing the Most High. They did an offering to him, vows, meaning vowing to worship him, follow him, be obedient, right? Go ahead.
Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah. And Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights.
So what we end up just from that first chapter is the Most High called you. You can deny that and run from that. You feel me? And then eventually you're going to have to come to terms of what this thing is. It's because of me. No sense of all y'all dying, throw me overboard. Right? And then the Most High prepared a great fish to swallow him up. So Jonah's dead at this point. He's basically cut off from the living. All because he wanted to run from what was inevitable. You understand? If the Most High tell you to go cry against the city, you better get on out there and cry against that city. You feel me? There's no reason for everybody else to be affected because you decide to not pick up the phone or answer the call the Most High called you to do. You feel me? It's very detrimental. Now, whatever was written aforetime was written for our learning, right? We learn from this because you're going to get an order from the Most High that you're going to second think or second guess about. You understand? It happens all the time. You're going to get something, you're going to second guess. You feel me? And then certain corner reasoning start overriding certain things. But we in America. But, we in slavery. We don't know. God knows my heart. You know why? You feel me? Like, you don't want to be in a position where you just always making excuses to not do what you commanded. That's what Jonah did. He feared man more than he feared God. Feel me? It almost cost him his life. Let's get her done. Let's get into chapter 2.
Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord his God out of the belly's fish.
Out of the fish's belly.
Yeah, out of the fish's belly. Yeah. And said, I cried by reason of my affliction unto the Lord, and he heard me. Out of the belly of hell cried I, and thou heardest my voice.
No, he said out of the belly of hell or the grave. Hell is Sheol in the scriptures. It means grave as well. You understand? So basically, this man is cut off as of dead, right? When you read Matthew 12 and 40, the Messiah say, as Jonah was in the belly of the whale or the fish 3 days and 3 nights, the Son of Man gonna be in the heart of the earth or cut off as dead for 3 days and 3 nights. You feel me? Just like Jonah was cut off for 3 days and 3 nights, the Messiah was cut off for 3 days and 3 nights. Cut off as if dead. That's the sign he gave his people. Only sign I'm gonna give y'all is the sign of Jonah. Jonah was cut off for 3 days and 3 nights. You feel me? The Son of God will be too. Wow. All right, go ahead, Hebrew.
For thou hast cast me into the deep, in the midst of the seas and the floods. Compass me about. All thy billows and thy waves passed over me. Then I said, I am cast out of thy sight, yet I will look again towards thy holy temple.
Even though I'm cut off as dead, you feel me? He still got breath in his body. Cut off. I'm still gonna pray. You feel me? Like sometimes you gotta be brought all the way low. Damn near almost like a near-death experience for you to straighten up. Why? You feel me? We got that bad as a people. You know what I'm saying? We got that real bad. We gotta almost die before we wake up and say, you know what, I'm tripping. Jonah almost died because he didn't want to do what he knew he was supposed to do. He feared the face of man more than he feared the Almighty. All right, come on.
The waters compassed me about, even to the soul. The depth closed me round about. The weeds were wrapped about my head. I went down to the bottoms of the mountains. The earth with her bars was about me forever. Yet hast thou brought up my life from corruption, O Lord my God. When my soul fainted within me, I remembered the Lord, and my prayer came in unto thee, into thine holy temple. They that observe lying vanities forsake their own mercy. But I will sacrifice unto thee with the voice of thanksgiving. I will pay that I have vowed. Salvation is of the Lord.
Salvation is of Yahweh. Come on.
And the Lord spake unto this fish, and it vomited out Jonah upon the dry land.
So Jonah had almost died before he's broken down to a certain level to what? You understand? Cry out to the Most High. He ain't the only example in the scripture. There was somebody else in the scripture that was tripping. You understand? And the Most High had to like sincerely humble him, where he was like, you know what? I'm tripping. Let me go ahead and confess and get his own up and give him his praise. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
And the word of the Lord came unto Jonah the second time, saying, Arise, go unto Nineveh, that great city, and preach unto it the preaching that I bid thee.
You see that? So it's the same order he had from the beginning. So what we just learned, it ain't no sense in running from what the Most High commands you. Feel me? Get it done. Because if he don't kill you, when you have a life-changing experience, you understand? When you finally sober up, guess what the order's still going to be? What he told you from the jump. There ain't nothing changing. Get it done. Get it done. All right, go ahead.
So Jonah arose and went unto Nineveh according to the word of the Lord. Now Nineveh was an exceedingly great city of 3 days' journey.
Yeah, this is a major. It's not like Grant's Farm or some little smaller town you rode through. Feel me? This was a great city of his day. Notice it said a 3 days' journey, right? Go ahead.
And Jonah began to enter into the cities a day's journey. And he cried and said, Yet 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown.
40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown. Feel me? Now, when somebody heard the messengers of God talking like that, that's frightening everybody. Can you imagine? This is a metropolis of his day. Everybody moving around, hustling everywhere, very prosperous. Everybody's rich. And you see this Hebrew walk up in the midst of y'all, and he ain't talking the funnies. He ain't talking funny with you. 40 more days, and this place is marked for judgment. You see the message God give out. It ain't even rarely is it flowers and everything's exuberance and feel good. Most High bringing the judgment, but he always warned. If you that warning, 40 days, and this place is getting wiped off the annals of world history. Unless y'all turn. Wow, go ahead.
So the people of Nineveh believed God and proclaimed a fast.
Proclaimed what?
A fast.
Come on.
And put on sackcloth, from the greatest of them even to the least of them. For word came unto the king of Nineveh, and he arose from his throne, and he laid his robe from him, and covered himself with sackcloth, and sat in ashes. And he caused it to be proclaimed and published throughout Nineveh by the decree of the king and his nobles, saying, Let neither man nor beast, herd nor flock taste anything, let them not feed nor drink water.
Y'all heard it?
But let man and beast be covered with sackcloth and cry mightily unto God. Yea, let them turn everyone from his evil way and from the violence that is in their hands.
See, so with fasting comes repentance.
They covered the animals.
The animals can eat none either. No water, no food, no nothing. Everything getting sackcloth, which means rags. You understand? And with that, everybody had to confess and turn from being evil. Other than that, what you fasting for? Right? This is what the Most High requires for him to stay his judgment. You understand? Or to extend a place that he done decreed and wiping it out the map. If he done decreed it, what you need to do to stop him from bringing judgment is to fast and repent. See that? Now, all Jonah had to do was just do this from the jump. All right, go ahead.
Who can tell if God will turn and repent and turn away from his fierce anger that we perish not? And God saw their works, that they turned from their evil ways. And God repented of the evil that he had said that he would do unto them. And he did it not. So he repented to them.
That means he turned back. Repentance means to turn back. He turned away from the decree that he said he was going to do. He said he was going to execute that place. Wipe it off the map. But because they repented, it's conditioned. You feel me? Because they repented. Look, the king, the leader of Nineveh, the ruler of Nineveh had to get up and he had to declare a fast. See that? He declared it and say, look, man nor beast, ain't nobody eating nothing, ain't nobody drinking nothing. We're going to confess our evil. Turn back to the Most High God. See that? Oh, wait. Rebellion of Jonah just turned into Jonah doing, bump that. I don't want to go through that no more. Let me do what the Most High called me to do. Right? Don't make excuses in this walk. You know what I'm saying? There's always an explanation, but the explanation ain't an excuse. Always explanation. People like, well, I did that because, I felt a certain way. Yeah, I hear you. But there's not no excuse. Dang. All right, what chapter you in? Let's get it.
But it displeased Jonah exceedingly, and he was very angry. And he prayed unto the Lord and said, I pray thee, O Lord, was not this my saying when I was yet in my country? Therefore I fled before unto Tarshish. For I knew that thou art a gracious God and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and repentance thee of evil. Therefore now, O Lord, take it, I beseech thee, my life from me, for it is better for me to die than to live.
Y'all know, like, I'd rather die than live.
Then
it don't sound like he just got a whole happy, just exuberant life. You feel me? Like thinking the Most High about to wipe this place off the map. So I don't even wipe it off. He getting his feelings about certain things. Now you angry. You feel me? But in the end, Nineveh end up getting judged anyway. In the end, they all got judged for their evil. You feel me? But it shows you that the Most High will have mercy if you decide to turn away from your evil. That was the whole point. Jonah wasn't supposed to get his feelings about nothing. Right. Whether it was to fear the people or get angry on the back end because the Most High ain't destroyed. Get out your feelings. Your only job was to go there and tell the people what. You understand? 40 days and the Most High is going to wipe this place off the map. That was your only job. It ain't for you to get all technical and try to decipher the mind of the Most High. You a servant. You take orders. That's all it come down to. And if we did that, we'd be a lot better. Feel me? We're trying to figure out every intricate detail of what the Most High is doing. Just obey. You understand? You got our best interest in mind. Yeah, if you ain't lying, Jonah was mad as a mug, wasn't he, boy? Look, we need the supercut. Yeah. Hallelujah. Mikael ben Yisrael. Another brother said he just ran through this book today. I feel you. Must be in the spirit. All right, where we at?
Then said the Lord, 4 verse 4.
Verse 4, Jonah 4 and 4.
Then said the Lord, does it thou well to be angry? So Jonah went out of the city and sat on the east side of the city, and there made him a booth, and sat under it in the shadow, till he might see what would become of the city. And the Lord God prepared a gourd and made it to come up over Jonah, and it might be a shadow over his head to deliver him from his grief. So Jonah was exceedingly glad of the gourd. Yeah. But God prepared a worm when the morning God prepared a worm when the morning rose the next day, and it smote the ground, the roar that it withdrew. Withered, I'm sorry. And it came to pass when the sun did arise that God prepared a vehement east wind. Vehement east wind. And the sun beat upon the head of Jonah, that he fainted and wished in himself to die, and said, "It better for me to die than to live." And this died compassion. And God said to Jonah, "Doesn't thou well to be angry for the grower?" And he said, "I do well to be angry even unto death." Then said the Lord, "Thou hast had pity on the grower for the which thou hast not labored, neither madest it grow, which came up in a night and perished in a night. And should not I spare Nineveh, that great city wherein are more than 6,000 persons?"
Yeah, score is 20.
6,000.
So 6 scores, 120,000 people was in the city. He like, you understand? He's just comparing what just happened with that gourd. Right. He had something to cover him and something to perish that quick. At night, something covered him, and then a worm popped up and it devoured his gourd. Feel me? So then he comparing it to Nineveh. And he was like, then said the Most High, "Thou hast had pity on the gourd, for the which thou hast not labored, neither made it grow, which came up in the night and perished in the night." Right? "And should not I spare Nineveh, that great city, wherein are more than 120,000 persons that cannot discern between their right hand and their left hand." There's 120,000 people that really don't know no better. Most High, what he'll spare if they do what? Do what is right. What? What is that? The Bible say what?
It's saying 120.
120. Score is 20. So 20 and 20 times 6 is 120. So it says 6,000. 120,000 people was in Nineveh. And it's just giving you the mindset. It's diving into the mindset of the Most High God. You understand? He'll have mercy. You understand? He'll have mercy, but you got to bring forth fruits that are worthy of repentance. I mean, you got to be sincere in your repentance. You can't just be like, "Okay, I got caught. I'm really sorry." You know what I'm saying? You got to be ashamed that you shamed your father. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you did something you weren't supposed to be doing. And we see about Jonah too. Jonah was a brother that was calling for death in the era of his life, wasn't he? I'd rather die. But look, even Paul said that. Paul was like, "It's better for me to die than to live." Feel me? Matter of fact, let's get there real quick. Philippians 1. That's a good one. Philippians 1. Give me 15 to, I believe it's 21. Same thing that Joe was saying, Paul was saying. Yeah, Philippians in the New Testament. Same thing. Philippians, the first chapter. Philippians is in the New Testament.
Prisoners of Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He started 15. Philippians chapter 1, verse 15 to 21. How the family doing out there? Shabbat shalom, family. Shabbat shalom. Another barbershop, chop shop. You said what? You good? What's wrong with you? Another barbershop, chop shop, broadcasting from an underground bunker. You feel me? We getting it in. All praises. Good to see the family. Thank the Most High for another Sabbath, another Shabbat. Forget the world, forget your problems. We catch back up with the world tomorrow. All right. Next we're going to is Philippians, and then we're going to get into Daniel, the 4th chapter. We got a few scriptures I just want to hit on the rebellion. Basically the same thing. Don't rebel against the Most High. Don't run from your calling. You might as well embrace it. You know what I mean? The only reason you don't really want to fulfill it is because you're tripping off what others probably going to say about you. You understand? For the most part, or some type of threatening going on, bodily harm, whatever. But if you like, look, I don't care nothing about none of that. I got to tell and I got to do what the Most High commanded me to do, period. It don't matter. And Brother Paul was stoned. They saw him give up his last breath. They thought he was dead. He came right back and faced those men. As soon as he healed up, he came right back to them and was speaking the same exact thing. That's a radical mindset to have for most of the day. Like, if he was out there teaching people about Israel and you got shot doing it, you know, your people gonna tell you, baby, like, look, enough's enough. I know you believe in God, baby. It's time to come on home, eat your chicken noodle soup, get you a thermometer, tuck you on in, rub some Vicks Vapor Rub on your chest, you know, just, but it's time out. You're going a little bit too hard now, son. Going a little bit too hard now, baby. Yeah, you're gonna get all that. But these men kept going. All right. That's right. I fear the one that can destroy both the body and the spirit. All right, we're in the book of Philippians. Philippians, the first chapter, we're going to start around verse 15. And he said the same thing that Jonah was saying. It's better for me to die, actually. Better for me to die. Now, if you can't control a man with death, you can't control it. You feel me? Money, fear, or shame. Death. Money, fear, death, shame, something like that. There's only a few ways you can control somebody. Now, if you took the fear of death off the table, you're like, damn, he don't even care if we kill him. Now you're a threat. You understand? Because you can't be controlled. So he's saying, look, I'm better off dying. That's what he said. I'm better off laying it down. Feel me? So this right here is Philippians, first chapter. Philippians chapter 1, we're going to start around verse 15.
Okay. For perhaps he therefore departed for a season, that thou shouldest receive him forever. Not now as...
No, that's for you in the field line. Philippians.
Man, what is this?
Yeah, you want to get together, bro. You all good. You all good. Well, that's field line. That's a book in the Bible that people barely read. When last time y'all read field line?
Okay, I'm pretty out my bad. Okay. Some indeed preach Christ even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill. The one preach Christ of contention.
Jump back to verse 12 for
12.
Let's go back to verse 12.
Okay. Verse 12. But I would ye should understand, brethren, that the things which happened unto me have fallen out rather unto furtherance of the gospel.
These are the things that have happened to me is to further the gospel. Like Paul was getting locked up, beat, stoned by the things he was going through. He being persecuted on every level. He just was like, the things that are happening to me that y'all hearing about, it's happening to me to the furtherance of the gospel. Me and the gospel still got to be pushed. Just because I'm getting afflicted or I'm going through my tribulation don't mean this truth stop. Feel me? All right, go ahead.
So that my bonds in Christ are manifest in all the places and in all other places.
There's bonds. See that? Man was locked up. He was in jail. You feel me? He was sick at times. He was plagued in the body. Shipwrecked. Beaten. But he still had to get it done. All right, go ahead.
And many of the brethren in the Lord, waxing confident by my bonds, are much more bold to speak the word without fear.
You see? He was like, they wax bold because they see what I'm going through, so it gives the other brothers confidence. Like, he going through it and he ain't dead. They said they much more bold to speak the word than I am. More confidence because of what he going through. Right? Go ahead.
And some indeed preach Christ even of envy and strife.
Yeah.
And some also of goodwill.
Now, so you got different factions that are teaching the Messiah. Some seem more radical than others. You feel me? Some seem more approachable than others. Right? Go ahead.
The one preach Christ of contention, not sincerity, supposing to add affliction to my bonds.
See? So he's saying some people got an agenda. But they thinking you being that radical going to add affliction to what I'm already going through. Right? And it ain't. Go ahead.
But the other of love, knowing that I am set for the defense of the gospel.
Yeah. Flat out. Come on.
What then, notwithstanding every way, whether in
Pretense
or in truth.
Mean you got an agenda behind what you're doing. In pretense or in truth. Go ahead.
Christ is preached. And I therein do rejoice. Yea, I will rejoice.
So regardless if it's radical or if it seems more approachable, Christ is preached. That's what he's saying. Like some people, you know what I'm saying, come off more radical. Some people come off more approachable. But he said he rejoicing, period, because Christ is preached. Whether you feel it's too radical, some people say that about us. Too radical. You feel me? Or these other brothers may be more approachable. Paul was saying, I'm rejoicing anyway because Christ is preached, period. And therefore I rejoice and will rejoice. All right, where we at? Mm-hmm.
For I know that this shall turn to my salvation through your prayers and the supply of the Spirit, of the Spirit of Jesus Christ.
Come on. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
According to my earnest.
I'm
sorry. According to my earnest expectation and my hope that in nothing I shall be ashamed.
And nothing. That's we got to adopt that mindset. Nothing about this truth shall we be ashamed. It don't matter. You feel me? We becoming a new creature in the Most High God. So Paul, like, look, I don't care what it is. I'm not going to be ashamed of this truth. I'm not going to be ashamed of the testimony of Christ, period. Nothing. All right, go ahead.
But that with all boldness, as always.
Softness.
Boldness.
And he said, as always, right? These brothers were bold. They were speaking the word with authority and all power. It wasn't like you see today. You feel me? Diddly do neighbor, and you know, everybody just love, like he said, with all boldness, as always. Right? Go ahead.
So now also Christ shall be magnified in my body.
Right out.
Whether it be by life or by death.
Whether I'm dead or living. See, he let it be known I'm a straight up soldier for this truth. Whether I'm dead or I'm living, the Messiah will be magnified in my flesh. Dead or alive. Now, that sounds like somebody that's really dedicated. You understand? Like really dedicated to whatever cause it is that he's doing. Or if he's saying, you can kill me or I live, I'm still going to be about this. Like, that's powerful. Okay, come on, Ebro.
For me to live is Christ.
Yeah.
And to die is gain.
Wow. Now, what kind of mindset? What you mean you gain that? What kind of mindset are we talking about? That sounds crazy. I'm saying that sounds crazy though. You feel me? If you like, if I die, I gain. Now think about somebody that don't have your type of faith and belief. You like, look, it's better for me to die. Let me look at you like, what do you do? What you mean? You gonna lose everything? You gonna leave everything behind if you die? Your mindset is better if I die. If I die, I gain. What's the world mindset? The world mindset is what? The opposite. You don't want to die. Look at it as a loss, not a gain. You feel me? This is a totally different mindset than how we was raised. It's a totally different vibration. Right? You're dealing with brothers ain't even scared of death. Wow, go ahead. What else to say?
But if I live in the flesh, this is the fruit of my labor. Yet what I shall choose, I want not. But for I am in strait between it. Betwixt two, having a desire to depart and to be with Christ.
Same thing Jonah was saying.
Then
Jonah have a desire to die. He's like, man, I'd rather die. You feel me? Paul was saying, look, I'm caught up in between life and death. Right? I'd rather go with Christ. It's far better to die. That's what he's saying. All right, go ahead.
Nevertheless, to abide in the flesh is more needful for you.
Yeah. Because in other words, he still got work to do. Yeah. Even though in his own mind, I'd rather be chilling without a righteous from the beginning of time. I'd rather do that. In his own mind, that's what he's saying. But he's like, nevertheless, to remain, I still got work to do. You not done working until the Most High tell you, job well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over this, have authority over 10 cities. You ain't heard that, you ain't saved yet. All right, come on.
And having this confidence, I know that I shall abide and continue with you all for your furtherance and joy of faith.
Notice he say confidence, huh? It don't sound like these brothers were unsure. Right? To go this hard and to tell you that, look, For me, death is gain. For me, it dies better. You feel me? And then he bold with it, confident. You feel me? Same type of brother. He has spiritual powers. And I was like, man, look, I'd rather go rest with all the righteous, but I still got work to do. All right, what else to say?
That your rejoicing may be more abundant in Jesus Christ for me by my coming to you again. Only let your conversations be as it becometh the gospel of Christ.
See, so what's supposed to be coming off your mouth?
The
Gossip or gospel?
gospel.
No gossip, huh? No tale bearing, no slandering. Only let, y'all should highlight that verse right there. Right? Whenever your conversations seem to be getting too worldly, and you understand, that should echo in your mind. Only let your conversation become as the gospel of Messiah. You see? What else to say?
That whether I come and see you or else be absent, I may hear of your affairs, that ye stand fast in one spirit, with one mind, striving together for the faith of the gospel.
Striving means fighting. Fighting together. For the what of the gospel? For the faith of the gospel. It's a spiritual war you in. If we say two-stepping together, striving together. What else to say?
And in nothing terrified by your adversaries, which is to them an evident token of
perdition, which means destruction. You say, look, don't be scared of your enemies, your adversaries, because the worst they can do to you is kill you. The worst they can do to you. But he just told you if that happened to him, that's gain. He just told like, you doing me a favor, you take me up out of it. Feel me? So again, even in this type of mindset, we talking about getting close to the Most High, tapping into His Spirit and all that. You can't be scared of man. Well, our fear is reserved for the Almighty. It ain't reserved for nobody else. Our fear is reserved for the Almighty. Nobody else. That's why you say don't be afraid of your adversaries. For them, it's an evident token of destruction. It's an evident token of destruction. You feel me? Nothing afraid of your adversaries. What else to say?
And nothing terrified. Oh wait. But to you of salvation and that of God. For unto you it is given in the behalf of Christ, not only to believe on Him, but also to suffer for His sake. Having the same.
Hold on. Read past that too fast. Hey, so you're not only called to believe on Him, but to suffer, it says. Feel me? Like your body is not your own. Spirit is not your own. Everything that you think you have was given to you on a loan. It's loaned out to you. You understand? It was a gift actually given to you that you got to give an account of one day. See that? So if that's what it is, He's letting you know the mindset that we ought to be in, right? Totally different mindset than today. Totally different mindset. Somebody would think you talking suicide if you was around here talking like this brother was talking 2,000 years ago. I said, boy, he's suicidal. Get him a straitjacket. They mess around and throw you in a crazy house talking like this. All right, go ahead. What does it say?
Having the same conflict which ye saw in me, and now here to be in me.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, let's drop that. Let's go to Daniel, the 4th chapter real quick. I want to show y'all something. Again, it's called the rebellion of Jonah, but Jonah had to get him some act right real quick, didn't he? Real quick. And he ended up having to do with Jonah, Jonah, Jonah. You just read the story of Jonah too. Going to Daniel, the 4th chapter. He was rebelling. He was because of fear. He didn't want to do what the Most High called him to do, so he ran. You feel me? He blew trial. Bounty hunters looking for him. Most High, the spiritual bounty hunter. Got at him, and eventually he had to do what? The very thing the Most High called him to do, which is prophesy against Jonah. We're going to Daniel, the 4th chapter. I want to show y'all something real quick. This is about Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, ancient Babylon. All right. Now we about to read this chapter right here. It's an excellent story. But again, how the Most High will humble you. You dig? You'll get humble. That's why it's always good to they tell you out before honor is humility. That's why the name of the channel is honor and humility. Proverbs 15:33. You feel me? Humility is the key to being exalted in the end, to be great in the eyes of the Most High. But to be exalting yourself on this side, being prideful and all that, you dig? Them the ones the Most High come holler at. Them the ones the Most High God come holler at. All right? We got Daniel, the 4th chapter. Start at verse 1 for me. I also need, what scripture is that? 1 Corinthians 8.
Yeah.
Somebody grab that for me. I need 1 Corinthians 8. Just real quick. 1 Corinthians 8. If a man thinketh himself to know anything, you know the scripture. If knowledge puff up, you start thinking you know a little something. You dig? Man. The Most High come holler at you.
Because.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 8. 1 Corinthians 8 and 2.
Read that one first.
Yeah, read that first one. 1 Corinthians 8 and 2. And then somebody grab me Galatians 6.
1 Corinthians
8 and 2. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 8 and 2. And then the second witness is Galatians 6 and 3. Yeah. Not only to believe on the Messiah, but to suffer. Man, Most High call you to do a job, go do it, even if it look like you're staring death in the face. Gotta go get that done. In the end, if he don't kill you, you're gonna end up doing the very thing he calls you to do anyway. Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. You end up doing the very thing if he don't kill you for rebelling is witchcraft. If he don't take you out for rebelling, eventually you're going to do the very thing he told you to do anyway. That's what Jonah did. He told him, go to Nineveh, cry against the city. He ran. When that whale or that fish vomited him up, where he go? Right to Nineveh. Went in there and told him 40 days, he all get wiped off the map. You got to do it. If you don't do it, you're marked for death. Jonah was cut off as of dead. He called the belly of the fish hell. The grave. The grave. He was cut off as dead for 3 days. And vomited out. You feel me? You ain't got no time to take no shower, no nothing. Get on over there and prophesy. All right, let's get her done. You got that? You got that? 1 Corinthians 8 and 2. 1 Corinthians 8 and 2. Then I need Galatians 6 and 3. And then we gonna get the written part. 1 Corinthians 8 and 2, and then somebody grab Galatians 6 and 3. It's back to back. It's just 2 witnesses. Yeah, we'll have to grab with that first. We got Galatians 6 and 3 and 1 Corinthians 8 and 2. That's good. You got it.
1 Corinthians 8 and 2. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know.
You see, so if you think you know something, you're very knowledgeable. I have my PhD. You got many letters behind your name, letters of learning. If a man think of himself to know something, he don't know nothing. You feel me? Why? Now, why would the Most High God say that? Because it's a scripture that say the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High God. You feel me? You can learn every little tidbit about this world, but don't know basic things to please the Most High. Right? You think you know something, you don't know nothing. In other words, if you come to the Almighty God, come as a child. Unlearn everything that you thought you knew, come as a child, and then you start learning. Learn through the Messiah. All right, who got the Galatians 6 and 3? Second witness 2.
For if a man think himself to be something, when he is nothing, he deceives himself.
He deceives himself. Man think himself to be something when he is no thing. Nothing. He deceives himself. Mighty Yahoo, you got script on you? I need 1 Corinthians. Can you do me 1 Corinthians?
I'm in Galatians 6.
Yeah, do me. She just read Galatians 6 and 3. Do me 1 Corinthians 1, 19 and 20. 1 Corinthians 1, 19 and 20. What we reading thus far? If you think you know something, you don't know nothing, you're deceiving yourself.
Is it called?
And I'm good. I mean, it's up to, you know. Everybody else might be called good taste.
Galatians
6. We're going 1 Corinthians 1 next, 1 Corinthians 1, 19 through 20. And I'm going here just to show what it is when we read this down in the 4th chapter. Because this was someone that thought he knew everything and was all powerful. Until the Most High came and hollered at him. And that's the thing. Holler at the Most High before he holler at you. If he come holler at you, boy, you mess around be in the belly of a whale or something. And have a panic attack and die. You don't know what's going on. Buried alive. Jonah was buried alive, man. The belly of the whale, he called it the grave. Can you imagine, boy, waking up, boy, you get buried in your casket 6 feet deep. You wake up and you buried? Oh, man. You can't do nothing but pray. You can't do nothing but pray. Wow. All right, 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 19 and 20. Just some quick hitters real quick. What does it say?
Verse 19.
Yeah.
For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise.
Ooh, so that's the Most High God talking. He said he gonna destroy the wisdom of the wise. Right? Go ahead.
And will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent.
Hold on. The prudent are your wise in this world. Those that everybody esteem as smart, wise. Most I say he bringing all that down. All that little man-made worldly knowledge means nothing. All right, go ahead.
Verse 20. Mm-hmm. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe?
Right.
Where is the disputer of this world?
Where's the argue? Who gonna stand up for this world? Who you gonna argue for? Albert Einstein? Dead. Stevie Hawking? Dead. Steve Jobs? Dead. Who are you, the smart guys you know you big up to this very day? You understand? Talented people. I mean, whoever you want to bring. Like who's gonna stand up and dispute or argue this world's cause against its creator? Where's the dispute of this world? Go ahead, Al.
Verse 20 again.
Yeah.
Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not Yah made foolishness? Well, have Yah made foolish the wisdom of this world?
Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? If you think you know something, you feel me? When it comes to the Most High, you don't know nothing. Wisdom of this world is foolish with him. It's foolish. In other words, there's no accomplishment in life that you can show up to the Most High and brag about. What would you tell the Most High to make him go, ooh, that was tight? Dang, look at my servant. My servant that I created did what? You invented who? You run how fast? My servant, I gave you them legs. How fast you run? Dang, I gave you a brain. How much money you got? Like, what you gonna say to the Most High is gonna make them say, ooh, that's tight. Dang. Now that's cold. I never thought of that. It ain't nothing. You ain't got nothing. Oh, wait. All right, let's get to this Daniel 4. I wanted to go to the show because this is the next story we're going to go into. Yeah, I know about your brother. I love the stories in the scripture. You can get so much info out of them. You know what I'm saying? So much info out of these stories. Like, oh, man, so whatever was written aforetime was written for our learning. We read it earlier. You're supposed to read through this and learn from the mistakes of our forefathers. They said, they're your examples. You be like, oh, no, I can't do that. Most High called me to do something. I want to end up like Jonah, buried alive. Man, I lose my mind. I woke up in a casket 6 feet deep. I ain't dead. Just woke up. No way out. It's over. Huh? Them caskets today, they ain't wooden boxes, boy. That's them airtight. They seal them deals, boy. Them deals sealed to the resurrection. And how you gonna punch through that? It's over. It's over. All right, Daniel the 4th chapter. Daniel the 4th chapter. Where we at? Who got it?
Nebuchadnezzar?
Then Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar, the king unto all people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth. Peace be multiplied unto you. I thought it'd be good to show the signs and wonders that the high God has wrought towards me. How great are his signs, and how mighty are his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion is from generation to generation.
Sound like Nebuchadnezzar got his head on straight, don't it? Dang, that'd be crazy, man. How at one moment you could be bigging up and praising the Most High, and the next moment it's like you got a brain freeze. You all doing something you know you ain't supposed to be doing. Dig? Sound like you know what you talking about thus far. All right, let's read.
I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at rest in mine house.
So he's reminiscing now. Remember, the story is written after he already lived through it. So now he's reminiscing. So when he writing this, he already went through it. He bigged up the Most High before he actually get into the story. Tell you what happened. All right, I, Nebuchadnezzar, was at rest in my house. I was chilling. You know what I'm saying? Think about yourself and how you chill today. That's how Nebuchadnezzar was chilling. Just relaxed. All right, go ahead.
And flourishing in my palace.
Dang, decked out. So he wasn't in no hut. He was in the palace. He wasn't hurting for nothing. You understand? Very lavish. He a king. King of ancient Babylon. You know what I'm saying? All right, come on.
I saw a dream which made me afraid. And the thoughts upon my bed and the visions of my head troubled me. He
always was dreaming. The Most High would always get at Nebuchadnezzar in the visions. You know what I'm saying? Always would get at him. Matter of fact, if you can, Mighty Yahoo, give me Proverbs 21 out. Proverbs 21 real quick, 1 and 2. Proverbs 21, 1 and 2. I believe that's one of them. That's a precept of that. Nebuchadnezzar kept dreaming. Most High kept sending visions.
Proverbs 1 and 2.
Proverbs 21. Proverbs 21, 1 and 2 real quick. I believe that's it. I believe so.
King's heart?
Yes, he's the king's heart. Nebuchadnezzar's a king. What does it say?
Proverbs 21, verse 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord.
Yeah.
As the rivers of water, he turneth it with whithersoever he will.
That's where I wanted to go. The king's heart or his mind is in the hand of the Most High. You understand? As rivers of water, the Most High turns the mind of men as he chooses. Just like with Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar was not no Israelite. He was a Babylonian. You understand? But he was ruler of the world at the time. The king's heart, meaning his mind, is in the hand of God. Or who you talking about ruling the earth today? When the Most High ready to turn his mind to influence him to do something a certain way, he gonna do it. You understand? Whether it's for his success or for his fall. He gonna do the same thing he did with Pharaoh. What did he do with Pharaoh? He hardened his mind to his heart. That ultimately, when Pharaoh dropped, everybody would know the power of God dropped him. Because he was looked at as God. The Most High that controlled the minds, mentals, and spirits and all this. Most High. All right, go ahead. What does it say?
Verse 2.
No, I just needed one.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Where you at, bro? Let's get it.
Therefore made I a decree to bring in all the wise men of Babylon before me, that they might make me known unto me the interpretation of the dream.
Wise men from Babylon, right? Go ahead.
Then came in the magicians, the astrologers, and the Chaldeans, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers. And I told the dream before them, but they did not make known unto me the interpretation thereof.
Yeah, you know, he had many wise, so-called wise men, astrologers, people that was into the deep esoteric arts and teachings and all that. All that, there's nothing new. Same thing as it was today, it was then. All right? But if the Most High God ain't with you, it don't matter. You can have a title on your name as long as Natural Bridge. If the Most High Yahweh ain't with you, it don't matter. So he done told them this vision he had, but could none of them answer. Only the Hebrew slave, Daniel. Come on.
But at the last, Daniel came in before me, whose name was Belteshazzar, according to the name of my God.
Yeah, so they changed, just like they changed our name in captivity. They changed, they gave Daniel a name after the name of their God. But they don't change who he is. It's just like we got slave names. Daniel had a slave name. He was in Babylon. All right, go ahead.
And in whom is the spirit of the holy gods. And before him I told the dream, saying, O Belshazzar, master of the magicians, because I know that the spirit of the holy gods is in thee, and no secret troubled thee, tell me the vision of my dream that I have seen, and the interpretation thereof.
So even though he got astrologers and Chaldeans and everybody deep into whatever, they not on Daniel's level.
Right.
No, he called him the master of the magicians. You understand? And now he's saying, even though it's the Holy Spirit of our God, he's saying the spirit of the gods. Because remember, Nebuchadnezzar was a pagan before the Most High humbled him. He believed in false deities. You understand? But when Daniel show up, every time Daniel show up, it's a great work happening. He interpreted dreams. He stopped people from getting killed. We threw him in the lion's den. The lions in there. He petting the lions like little kitties. You understand? He threw his 3 partners in the fire. They came out, not burnt. Like every time he show up, every time death is on the table, the Most High show up for Daniel and his boys. So Nebuchadnezzar has to recognize that. All right, what else to say?
Thus were the visions of my head in my bed. I saw, and behold, a tree in the midst of the earth, and the height of thereof was great.
Wow.
The tree grew and was strong, and the height thereof reached into the heaven.
Right.
And the sight thereof to the end of all the earth.
So he's letting it be known as a vision. I saw a big old tree, man, reaching to the heavens, ends of it to the end of the earth. This is a great tree I saw. All right. Nobody else could interpret this dream but this Hebrew right here. All right, go ahead.
The leaves thereof were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and in it was meat of all. The beasts of the field had shadow under it, and the fowls of the heaven dwelt in the rocks.
The boughs of it,
the boughs thereof.
Yeah, the boughs, the branches, and all that. So it was this tree was protection or shade. You understand? And it was shelter. Whatever this tree is, this tree reaches to heaven. Is boughs and everything to the ends of the earth. The fowls have lodging there. The beasts are protected by its shade. What y'all think this dream about? Who knows?
That'd be about Israel.
Yeah, about Israel. Okay. What you?
Is this about when he gonna lose his mind?
I don't know. What y'all think?
You say so spread over our earth.
You got a study Bible or something over there? You ain't got no Bible with no captions on it.
He gonna come back though. Yeah, he gonna come back. Yeah, the Lord gonna let him reign back.
Oh, okay. But that was a reason why we went to the mother scriptures. When a man think he knows something, he don't know nothing. This is a man that thought he knew something. Thought that he got all this power in the earth off his own glory and power and will. You understand? All right, go ahead.
And the heaven dwelt in the box thereof, and all flesh was fed of it. I saw in the visions of my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher and a holy one came down from heaven.
So meaning an angel, an angelic power, a messenger of the Most High. Not a baby in Huggies. Yeah. Come on, she-bro.
He cried aloud and said, Thus hew down the tree and cut off his branches.
Dang, how does it gonna affect that tree is shelter? Right. That tree is shade. It provides enough food for everybody. These messengers of the Most High, look, cut that tree down. So what that's gonna do about everybody or everything that depend on the tree? You feel me? Cut off his life.
And cut off his branches. Shake off his leaves.
It sounds like the Most High had him covered and he just takes his hand off.
Yeah. That's what we getting to. All right, go ahead. Where else we at?
And shake off his leaves and scatter his fruit. Let the beasts get away from under it, and the fowls from his branches. Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth.
So cut them down, but don't uproot.
So the roots gonna grow back.
Yeah. Cut him down, but don't uproot him. And don't uproot him, that means there's a chance for him to live again. Yeah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, come on.
Even with a band of iron and brass in the tender grass of the field, let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts in the grass of the earth.
Yeah, so the dew of heaven. Just like in the morning when you wake up, you be dew on the grass and all that. You understand? All right, come on.
Let his heart be changed from man's, and let a beast's heart be given unto him.
So take his mind from him. You understand? Not the mind of a man, but the mind of an animal. Wow. Mind of an animal. The same tree that was shelter, that was shade, that was nourishment. You understand? Cut him down. Don't uproot him. You dig? Take his mind from him. So we know this tree is a man now, because it just said, take the mind of a man from him and give him the mind of a beast. A regular tree don't got the mind of an animal or the mind of a man. So now we know that this tree is symbolic for a man. That everybody depended on for food, for shelter, for protection. His height reached into the heavens, meaning he was, he ruled. Everywhere he set his foot on, he ruled. Worldwide empire into the ends of the earth. What else to say?
And let 7 times pass over him. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the Holy One.
Right.
To the intent that the living may know.
Hold on. So the intention of this dream is that the living may know. Right. Go ahead.
That the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Hold on. Stop right there. It's the Most High God that rules in the kingdom of men, not me. You understand? Man's goings is of the Almighty, right? Regardless if you agree with the leader or not. It's what it is, you feel me? He either gonna bless this leader or bring him down. But everything is ordained, all the powers that be ordained by the Almighty. Period.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who will be considered the watchers and which one will be considered the holy?
You talking about names?
I know the watchers will be like men, right?
You talking about specific names and all that? Well, you got the book of the watchers when you're dealing with Enoch. But some people don't. I would read that because that the watchers and all that that's coming down right there. If you link it with Enoch, then you get a thorough understanding. But there are understandings where people say, we are the watchers. Right. We are the watchmen. We are the watchers. Which, I mean, it's same characteristics for real, watching over our people. You understand? We messengers of the Most High. Right. So you're going to see 2 different perspectives. But some people are scared of the book of Enoch. And I run into a lot of Israelites that don't even deal with the book of Enoch. They're like, oh, it's spooky. There's certain things that said to where they just can't deal with it.
Well, I know
you know what I'm saying? You said what? Yeah, in the book of Enoch, yes, yep. The book of the matter of fact, it's right in there, the book of the watchers. But some are scared of that. But they're gonna say when they go into the scriptures, they go into the angels that left their first estate, and the angels that sin. They're gonna say we are the angels that sin. You know what I'm saying? Men are angels, messengers. We the ones that sin. We're held in chains until the day of judgment. That's what they're gonna use. You feel me? They don't believe in the whole fallen angels, impregnated women, and there's a lot of that going around. Ain't like you're not gonna be able to, like you're not gonna run into it. You're gonna run into it. You understand? 2 different perspectives. It either is or it ain't. Either those long, gigantic skulls and femur bones is real, or somebody took all their time and made it up and buried it and then dug it up so you could see it. You feel me? Like they found too many megalithic structures around the world that man can't even rebuild today. But that's a whole other topic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, watchers according to Enoch's sister would be angels. And we reading that in there, that don't sound like men coming down from heaven. Right. Those were messengers of the Almighty. Yeah. All right, come on, let's get it.
And set it up over it. Hold on, and set it up over it, the basis of men.
The basis of men. Meaning the lowest of men. You would think these men were straight like noble for real. Think about everybody ruling the earth today. Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump. the Rothschild banking family, the Queen of England, who looked like a lizard. You understand? Prince William, Prince Harry. You would think these men were, or you would think you would get this knowledge from them. They actually, because everything's reversed, they actually are base men, low men. Feel me? And it's like it's low men actually ruling the earth. That's why the earth is in so much turmoil. That's why there's holes in the ozone layer. You understand? That's why wars are destroyed and conquered over resources and all type of different stuff. Because the wrong people are ruling the earth. The bases of men. All right, what else to say?
This dream I, King Nebuchadnezzar, have seen. Now thou, O Belshazzar, declare the interpretation thereof.
So he said, look, I had this dream. Let me know what it is. And I know you can do it because you got a long history of handling this business. So what my dream mean? What else to say?
For as much as all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to make known unto me the interpretation, but thou art able, for the spirit of the holy gods is in thee.
So he's recognizing the Most High God with Daniel, but in his own language, he would say the spirit of the holy gods, because until he get humbled, since he think he knows something, and he don't know nothing until he get humbled, and the Most High make him confess him. That's the best way he can say he knows God is with him. That's the only way. That's the only way he could say it. Like, you feel me? That his whole life he was raised as worshiping different gods. All right, but when he recognized what's true, the only thing he can say is the spirit of the holy gods is in him. All right, go ahead. What does it say?
Then Daniel, whose name was Belshazzar, was astonished for 1 hour, and his thoughts troubled him.
Wow.
The king spake and said, Belshazzar, let not the dream or the interpretation thereof trouble thee.
Daniel, like, man, I don't even want to tell you. You understand? Like, what you mean? And don't let it trouble you. What else to say?
Belshazzar answered and said, my lord, the dream be to them that hate thee, and the interpretation thereof to thy enemies.
Because his enemy's gonna rejoice when he falls, right? Right. In other words, this dream ain't good news for you. This is bad news, Jack. You dig? Now, sometimes it's not easy being in this position right here, where you got to tell somebody, especially a man of authority and great power. You understand? A man that can have you killed. You got to tell him anyway. You know what I'm saying? You got to we just went over Jonah. You got to put that away. Like, you got to tell this, you got to tell him. He may get mad, he be all right. Niggas get mad every day, B. You be all right. If you can't fear him more than you fear the Almighty, right? All right, go ahead.
The tree that thou sawest, which grew and was strong, whose weight reached whose height reached unto the heaven, and the sight thereof to all the earth,
right?
Whose leaves were fair, and the fruit thereof much, and in it was meat for all, under which the beasts of the field dwelt, and upon whose branches the fowls of the heaven had their habitation. Habitation. It is thou, O king, that art grown and become strong.
Right.
For thy greatness is grown and reached unto heaven.
He's like, look, you that tree. You that tree. They got to get cut down. Wow. Come on.
And thy dominion to the end of the earth. And whereas the king saw a watcher and a holy one coming down from the heaven and saying, hew the tree down and destroy it.
Chop it down and destroy it, right? Go ahead.
Yet leave the stump of the root thereof in the earth, even with a band of iron and brass in the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with dew of the heaven, and let his portion be with the beasts of the field, till 7 times pass over him.
There's still hope for him. He's cut down, but guess what? He's not uprooted, and then the dew of heaven still come down on him. I mean, he still got roots, and he's still getting nourished. He just cut down. One of his low moments in life. All right, go ahead.
This is the interpretation, O king, and this is the decree of the Most High, which is come upon my lord the king, that they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field.
Wow.
And they shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and they shall wet thee with the dew of heaven, and 7 times shall pass over thee, till thou know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
See that? So that whole vision he had was about himself. Until he confessed. It ain't you. You ain't did nothing. Until he confessed, it's the God of Israel that rules in the kingdom of men. That's why in the beginning he started off giving the Most High God his props. And then he started reminiscing. Look, I was chilling in my palace. I had a vision. I told everybody come interpret it. Because nobody interpret it. So I told it to Daniel. Daniel told me the business. Come on.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will.
Yeah.
And whereas they commanded to leave the stump of the tree roots, thy kingdom shall be sure unto thee after that. Thou shalt have known that the heavens do rule.
You're going to get your kingdom back, but after you confess and you know it's the kingdom of God that rules, not you. Never get above yourself and start thinking you powerful or you the ish or the partying. It ain't no party until you show up. All those are secret traits that'll get you to become proud, like Nebuchadnezzar. Feel me? The best thing for you to do is keep your head down and never take credit for that. And give all praise to the Most High continually. Make his praise continually be in your mouth. I was told that when I first came around, bros and all that, man. Don't take credit for nothing. Give all praise to the Most High. You'll grow. You'll forever grow in this thing. Don't start thinking that it's because of you. This is not your knowledge. You ain't offered none of this. You understand? Like, this is the most I don't even need us. We need him. And he shows you plenty of times. All he needs is a few. He don't need a whole bunch of everybody. He told Moses, get out the way. I'm killing all them Israelites. I'll make a nation out of you. I use you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm laying all of them flat. But they playing around. The Most High ain't never need a whole bunch of people. So whenever you in your mind, like, it ain't going to go on if I ain't doing nothing, you're off again. You're off again. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Wherefore, O king, let my counsel be acceptable unto thee, and break off thy sins by righteousness, and thy iniquities by showing mercy to the poor, if it may be a lengthening of thy tranquility. What is that? Tranquility.
So Daniel just telling him, hey man, show mercy while you got time before this judgment come down, right? Most High may have some mercy on you. Like, repent of your evil. Show mercy to the poor. You know what I'm saying? Be genuine about what you're doing. All right, come on. What else to say?
And all this came upon the king of Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah, you good.
At the end of the 12 months, he walked in the palace of the kingdom of Babylon.
So a year later, you know how quick you forget a conversation? How quick you get a dream and all that? A whole year later. It had been prophesied. Look, that dream you had about you going to the field, your kingdom going to be restored to you. But after 7 times are going to pass over you, but you only get this after you acknowledge it's the heavens that rule. You ain't running nothing. You run around in the earth. You don't run the earth, you run around it. Like the animals at the zoo. You don't run the zoo, you what? You run around in the zoo. Go ahead, bro. What's good?
So if a decree come out like that, right? He had this dream, he been forewarned. So if he would have turned away and acknowledged, it wouldn't have came to pass. Or
we got an example like in Jonah, like what we read in Jonah.
Yeah.
And they acknowledged and they repented. They did everything they were supposed to do. Yeah. The Most High showed mercy. So we got examples. If you get yourself together, you ain't going to have to go through it. He warned you before he brings the judgment. Right. He always do, man. Look, he told Cain, if you just be righteous, righteousness will lie at your door. You feel me? All you gotta do is do that which is right. And he gave you time. All right. What's the king name that begged for more time? And he got it, Hezekiah. Yeah. In Isaiah 38, he begged. Most High said, get your house in order. You dying tonight. You're dead. He went and cried before the Most High. Most High sent his prophet. He said, I'm gonna give him 15 more years. He go, tell him to get on up. He nervous. He thought he was coming on home tonight. He blew all his draws out on that one, boy. He thought he was coming home tonight. Come on home. See? The Most High. And he even showed us plenty of times that he's merciful if we are willing to turn and do what he say. He give you time after he send that messenger through there. They get it together for the Most High, kill everybody. That's what Jonah told Nineveh. 40 days, the Most High is going to wipe this place out the annals of world history. Like, ain't no way to say that nice. Somebody gonna be like, nigga, you shut up. Nigga, you making my babies nervous. Nigga, shut up. I'm calling the cops. We gonna get all that. All right, come on, let's get it.
And the king spake and said, Is not this great Babylon that I have built for the house of the kingdom?
There you go. Is it not this Babylon? I built this. Come on.
By the might of my power and for the honor of my majesty.
You start hearing, see, this is how you know somebody's self-centered. They call that narcissism. They're self-centered. I. Check out my this. Nigga, I'm the. They got a song. I'm the she is biz. I'm the she is biz. Huh? All that I stuff. My, you gotta watch that. That's what that Pharisee said when he prayed in the temple before the sinner. I am not like other. I am not like other men. I do this. I do this. And the sinner was like, Most High have mercy on me. I'm a sinner. His prayer was heard before the guy that was always saying, I, check me out. All right. But Nebuchadnezzar is having him a moment at this point right here. He's feeling himself. All right. What did it say?
While the word was in the king's mouth, there fell a voice from heaven saying.
While it was in his mouth. While he was fat mouthing, huh? Nigga, you know what, boy? You know how we talk, boy. We start feeling ourselves, boy. They don't let the liquor be flowing either. They gonna brag, boy. He gonna brag, boy. While the words was in his mouth. Go ahead.
Saying, O King Nebuchadnezzar, to thee it is spoken. The kingdom is departed from thee.
Why you fat mouthing? Huh? That word come out of heaven. You looking around trying to see who's speaking? Come on.
And they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field. They shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over thee until thou know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomever he will.
You see that? 7 times are gonna pass over you. Some look at that to mean 7 years. 7 years passed over. That man had the mind of an animal for 7 years, believing that he knew something. If a man think if he know anything, he deceives himself. He's nothing. Deceive yourself. The Most High that set up the kingdom, and he didn't want to drop the kingdom. He started feeling himself for a moment. Why is it in his mouth? Nigga, you gonna die for that. And you right, sister. Those are pride builders. Whenever you find yourself bragging over what you're doing, you feel me? Even if somebody gives you some type of, because the scripture say let another mouth praise you and not your own. But even when that come around, you should still be giving that praise to the Most High. Hey, I'll praise to the Most High. Brother, I learned a lot from you. I'll praise to the Most High. Brother, hey, man, if it wasn't for you and I'll still been a Mason. I'll praise to the Most High. You feel me? You'll be like, oh, that's right. What, you want an autograph? Oh, yeah, just take a picture. Oh, yeah, you know. Nah. Stay down, man. Stay humble. That way when the Most High exalts you, you deserve it. All right, come on. What it say?
The same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar. And he was driven from men and did eat grass as oxen. And his body was wet with the dew of heaven.
Oh, man, he smelled like a Yeti. What? Boy, smelled horrible. Yeah. Quick, too, huh? Yeah, but you're about this. The Most High, the Most High, when he do a hit, it's just so on time and so precise, man. It just be like, man, I would have never thought of that. You feel me? He stalled him out for a year. You feel me? You'd have thought after Daniel told him that's coming in the next 30 seconds. He stalled him out a year. You feel me? Let them get built back up, puffed back up. Start thinking that you know, man, the Most High is cold, man. Forgot about it. Thought fat mouth. Nigga, I'm telling you, today everybody let it hit their palms and say, GD me, nigga. Nigga, wasn't me. Nigga, all the niggas would have started over there. Nigga, wasn't me. I told all the niggas down there that it wasn't me. I'll start fat mouth. Most times I have to get puffed up a little more, dropped them. Woo! Come on, what else to say?
Till his hairs were grown like eagle feathers,
Woo!
And his nails like bird claws.
And he looked like an animal out there. Go ahead.
And at the end of the days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up mine eyes unto heaven, and my understanding returned unto me. And I blessed the Most High, and I praised and honored him that liveth forever.
You ain't talking about no Babylonian gods no more. The Most High had to kick his rear end for 7 years. Beat him down. You understand? When you get to when you read Job, book of Job, when you read other scriptures, I think it's like Joshua or one of them, they go into how that story of Job you read, that 42 chapters, that was a 20-year sentence. You read that like that was on one weekend and off the next. Job had to endure that for 20 years, man. Nebuchadnezzar had to endure that for 7. You feel me? 7 years is a long time to be doing anything. What you talking about 7 years ago was 2011. Wow. Come on, Hebrew.
Whose dominion is an everlasting dominion. And his kingdom is from generation to generation.
Yeah.
And all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed.
Yeah, they all have a reputation. Reputed. Go ahead.
As nothing.
All the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing in the eyes of the Most High. You understand? Come on.
And he do it according to his will in the army of heaven.
And he do it according to his will. What he feel like doing. What he purposed or will it to be in the armies of heaven. All right, shalom. You know what I'm saying? What he will it to be, he do it. Like how you gonna go against that? I was reading earlier where it says the foolishness of God is wiser than man. And the weakness of God is stronger than man. You feel me? I was reading that earlier. What you mean the foolishness of God? God ain't foolish, he ain't weak. But that's talk to let you know you're dealing with something you can't beat. There's no beating him.
At the very least.
Yeah. What you can't beat, you might as well join him. You understand? You might as well join him. Ain't no getting around it. No getting around it. And it's real easy, man, if you start feeling, you get that vibe, you're successful, doing pretty good, it's just almost like a Floyd Mayweather or something. Speak about Floyd all the time. Can you imagine Floyd, boy, on the bus? Floyd just bought an $18 million watch not that long ago. $18 million. Can you imagine Floyd Mayweather on the bus? You understand? No car, no houses, no women, no nothing. You see what I'm saying? It's almost equivalent to the Nebuchadnezzar. Lose everything. But if the Most High wants you, don't care how powerful you are, he coming for you. But usually when you're dealing with that strong spirit of that mammon, that material and all that they got you gotta break you down. You gotta sort of break you. Submit. You understand? And actually that's a wrestling term when they do the UFC and all that. Winner by what? Submission. That means he tapped out. One overcame another. He was stronger than him. He tapped out. Oh man, I don't want no more. I submit to you. Yeah. Most High beat you down until you submit. We just read that with Jonah. You understand? Just read that with Jonah. We're reading about Nebuchadnezzar right now. Then we're gonna read about another prophet. You feel me? That didn't finish the job. I mean, we're going over the rebellion of Jonah. We read Jonah, but it's the same spirit applies. You got Jonah, got Nebuchadnezzar. Then wait till we read about this prophet. This man, they just call him a man of Judah. But he was a prophet sent on a mission. You understand? And your emotions can't override what you know you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Jonah emotions override. He ran. He's like, man, everybody throw me off this boat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody goes down, throw me off this boat. And ended up being cut off as if he was dead, spit out, vomited out, and still end up having to do what God called him to do from the beginning, or preach against Nineveh. And he went and did all that for the Most High to say, no, I ain't gonna destroy it. I ain't gonna destroy it this time. And Jonah get mad. Why you ain't destroy it? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather die. Throw it all out. You know, the trauma I went through. The Most High gave him a parable right in front of him. You know what I'm saying? That gourd that was there that night and perished the next. If I can do that with a gourd, why I can't do that with them? Dang. What's going on? Nebuchadnezzar, man, think he knows something. Think he powerful. Think it's his hand that got him all this power on the earth. Most I say, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you the mind of an animal. He'll be smelling like a yeti around here. Smelling like a yeti. Until you confess out your mouth, it is me, it is the heavens, it is me that decide who move and who fall. That type of mindset, you know, that type of mindset, you realize I might as well get on the team. I'm gonna fight against that. Everybody know that. You can't fight against the Most High. He called you and picked the phone up. Well, you ain't talking to the Most High just to be shooting the breeze. Lord, what you doing? For real, I wasn't doing that. I just was doing my hair. No, when the Most High send a message to you, you understand? It's an order. What's a revelation about something? Feel me? For you to make a certain move a certain way. That's what that's about. He don't holler at you to shoot the breeze. Just checking on you. What you doing? You know how you get done? You don't speak just to be speaking. We under orders. We got things to get done. So we learning, don't run from it, number one. No matter if it look like it made me look like it's impossible I'm gonna come out of it. You said go where? Saudi Arabia. You know where they cutting everybody's head off it? Yeah, go right over there and look them bastards in their face and tell them whatever. You gotta go get that done. What you mean? Right. Right. Exactly. Don't take heed at all. Everybody's busy. That knows that today. Everybody got something else they'd rather be doing than hear what the Most High God has decreed. Everybody's busy doing something. Until they need God. Yeah. They need the Almighty. Till they need Him. Where we at? Let's get it. Let's get it. Where we at? Daniel 4, what verse?
35.
Yeah.
And all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he doeth according to his will in the army of heaven. And among the inhabitants of the earth, and none can stay his hand or say unto him, what doest thou?
Yeah, in other words, who gonna check the Almighty? Who y'all know in the worldwide fam? Who gonna check the Almighty God? Who gonna stay his hand or stop his hand? Or who gonna tell him, hey, what you doing? You know how you saw somebody doing something and you got to put that tone in your voice? Like, man, what you over there doing? You tripping. Who gonna stay the Most High hand? Who gonna check him? You talking about your creator. You ain't got nothing for him. That's what I'm saying. It's like, man, your best bet is to stay humble, not proud. Play your position. It's your best bet. There ain't nothing else to do. Play your position, man. Ain't about nothing else, right? Maybe somebody want to compliment you on your knowledge. It ain't yours. Come from the heavens. It ain't yours. Anything. Only thing we doing is researching. This is research. You researching out something somebody already searched. You know what I'm saying? We just not finding out about the Apocrypha in this age. They've been had it. They've been read through it and got commentaries on it. You know what I'm saying? This knowledge is not yours, but you'll start thinking it because of the fame you get, the attention. You start getting a lot of attention, fame, or whatever. This ain't none of your knowledge, man. You ain't doing nothing but researching or going over what somebody else that before you done went over. That's it. That's it. All right, where we at, Bo?
36. At the same time, my reason returned unto me, and for the glory of my kingdom, my honor and brightness returned unto me, and my counselors and my lords sought unto me. and I was established in my kingdom, and excellent majesty was added unto me.
Hallelujah. See, so he got back everything that he lost. Yeah. And that was the prophecy of it in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Once you confess what it is, you get all that back. You get your kingdom restored back to you, but you're going to confess that it's me that rule within the kingdom. I rule from heaven, and I rule the kingdom of me. Nobody can stay my hand. Nobody can check. What did it say?
Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King, and honor the King of heaven, and all whose works are truth, and his ways judgment, and those that walk in pride, he is able to abase.
You see that? So, but you're about that. It took for him to get his rear end destroyed. It took for him to get his rear end kicked up past his shoulder blade for him to say, "Hey, it's the Most High God I'm going to restore." So what we need to learn from that too. Why you got to have a near-death experience to get spiritual? You feel me? Why you got to have a near-death experience? Why you can't just? Why you can't just tap out now? Like if you look at it, it's like you looking at the training and the highlights of an opponent. You know, and you know deep down, so I can't fight this guy. Yeah. Whatever was written aforetime was written for our learning. We should learn from this and be like, you know what? I shouldn't have to get beat down to accept the Most High. I shouldn't have to. You feel me? Then the Most High gave my extra year. You talked about that. He gave me, so it didn't happen 12 months later. 12 months later, he started feeling puffed up and he's like, okay, why you fat mouth? Why you in your mouth bragging? Here it comes.
You remember that game, Mercy? Kids?
Yeah. Mercy, yeah. Tap you right on out. You feel me? Again, the rebellion of Jonah. So we learn from these stories. That's why I like reading through the stories kind of slow and get some understanding. That you start taking all the jewels about it. From Jonah being fearful of man more than God at first. You understand? Yeah. To him recognizing and owning up to what it is because he realized this storm is here because of me. Right? Now he's like, look, y'all might as well throw me over, but ain't no sense in all y'all dying. I might as well die. And we learned it about Jonah too, boy. Jonah had a death wish. He always kept asking the Most High, hey, take me out of it. I'd rather die. He still was mad. He was mad because the Most High didn't destroy the city. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's like, look, you told me to go prophesy against it. Then I run. I almost get killed. You dig? I get spit out, vomited out this big fish. I go finally pronounce to the city 40 days and it's over. And you spare the city. You dig? But then the Most High gave him a parable, a similitude. Gave him a covering to shade him. Because he thought he was going to die from the sun. He gave him a covering to shade him. Then he took it away from night to night. He's like, just like I did that. You didn't labor for that covering. Let go of it. Right? And if I can establish something and take it away from you within the night, why I can't spare them? So I'm like, man, I'd rather die, man. No, there's no fear of the Most High. When you take away the commandments and judgments of the Most High out of the equation, you're telling people you can do whatever you want to do.
They ain't seen the judgments for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what you had, like with this homosexual wrong, just using that.
Yeah.
If you saw the judgment of the Most High on that homosexuality death, and you know how they did that in front of everybody, you look out as open as the wood as it is, man. You be sitting out here running out here being flamboyant.
Yeah.
Knowing that
you saw something.
You saw somebody got stoned to death.
You saw Sodom and Gomorrah happen. Boy, it probably wasn't no sodomites, boy. Probably wasn't no homosexuals for 1,000 plus years. You know what I'm saying?
They still feel that brimstone.
Well, you go over there and look at the brimstone pile. Like, you
know, same way you saw man an adulterous woman, you know what I'm saying? You will see them get killed. You notice how it was in the time of Christ. They showed came through Mary right in front of his foot. Oh, what say he?
I'm saying, you know, this was a wicked time when he because all the gay people was flourishing right now. Yeah. If you know, they is flourishing.
Babylon.
All the gay people, top hairstylists, they the top stylists of it's crazy. And you like, I know good dog. Well, y'all ain't getting blessed by no Most High.
No, you did.
The devil blesses too. The devil blesses too, man. He told you it was mine to give. For what time? He blesses too. He took Christ up. Say this, it's all of it. He sure did. I give you all that, bro.
And Christ is the Lord, we could. So no, I'm not free.
Yeah, check him and put him in his place.
He told us these times was coming.
We hear it. Let's do 1 Kings 13 chapter. That's a good one too. 1 Kings 13. 1 Kings 13.
Oh yeah. Somebody like that 1 Kings.
Most High call you to do something, get it done. You may have an explanation, but there is no excuse. And there really ain't no reason. If you run from them, it's like you run in circles. 1 Kings 13. 1 Kings 13 chapter. You haven't seen the show
Read.
Whoever.
I'll be
over there. Talk about who reads.
There you go. There you go.
Nehemiah got his phone. Y'all seen this show called Wayward Pines?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Wayward Pines.
Deep stuff.
Them old boys try to drive out of town and then coming right back to the same spot.
Yeah.
It's just like you running from the Most High. Wayward Pines on Netflix. It might be on that Fire Stick. Yeah. First Kings, it's called Wayward Pines.
This one we need to be seeing that movie,
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, like a Freddy movie. Zion, just like a Freddy movie. You ain't lying. Man, I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street last night on the Sci-Fi Channel, man. Nightmare on Elm Street, the newest one, one of the newest. Just like Kruger, running circles while he's just looking at you, shaking his head. That's right, Poppy shoot. All right, we're going to 1 Kings 13 chapter next, y'all. Y'all on her clowning. Look at they on her clowning. LOL. Writing the right prayers going up. They like a Freddy movie. You running from the Most High like a Freddy movie. Freddy Krueger, you did. Like I said in that show, Wayward Pines series. Dude was trying to, he said, bump that out of here. He stole a car, broke the window, stole the car. I'm out of here. Thank you for visiting Wayward Pines. He driving fast. Welcome to Wayward Pines. It was a big old circle. Wasn't no getting out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing when you try to run from the Most High, what he called you to do. And it's not, and this job is not nothing that's popular. You feel me? It's not nothing to where you're gonna be socially accepted by the masses or none of that.
You will not.
Because of fear, Jonah didn't want to go tell them in Nineveh what was coming. He feared man at the time more than God. You feel me? Nineveh was so big, it was 120,000 people in there, but it was a 3 days journey from one end to the next. So he get about a day's journey in, and he started.
Hey, they were built on top of each other like we were here.
Yeah, he started yelling. And then the type of stuff people would tell you, no ordinance violation today. You can't speak like that. He's like, we're 40 days out and this place is over. He didn't come like, diddly do neighbors, let's hug everybody. God loves everybody. He came with a straight message. Repent or die. You understand? And that's what happened. Right? Those of Nineveh, sackcloth, ashes, the animals, no food, no water, no nothing. And the Most High did what? And they repented, confessing their crimes against God. And the Most High repented of the evil he was going to do. He turned away from the evil. You feel me? Most High tell you, I wound and I heal. I make alive and I make dead. I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to know who you're dealing with, actually. And that's good because once that spirit is there, then you can be like, you won't play him like he's like a tooth fairy or something like that.
So it makes sense. The spirit guy in the wisdom.
Yeah.
You won't treat him like the Santa Claus, the tooth fairies, the hocus pocus man, like this man ain't fine.
This man ain't playing no game.
Same thing with your father, you know what I'm saying? When you go to your house or you deal with your parents, You know, if you wise and you got, you know, righteous parents, you're like, man, I ain't gonna play with my mom and dad. I ain't gonna dishonor them. You know what I'm saying? They want me to go to school, and I'm going to school. Take out the trash, take out the trash.
Yeah, you know what?
Clean my room, shit. Clean my room. I mean, you ain't got to. There's a consequence.
Consequence coming right behind you. They ain't playing no games to make you something. All right, so look, let's get this done right here. We're going to 1 Kings, the 13th chapter. There's no sense in running from what the Most High calls you to do. I'm going to start at verse 1. Now, this right here is about a brother that didn't finish.
13:1.
Yeah, 13:1 is where we start.
Right.
1 Kings 13, we're going to start at verse 1. Lord, y'all give me a seven on the chat board when y'all get there. 1 Kings, the 13th chapter, verse 1. And just slowly going over some of these stories and getting it done. Jonah, you understand, down in Nebuchadnezzar. Right? You always want to be at war with that pride spirit, that proud spirit, that spirit to get us killed out here. You don't never want to start flying like, hey, stay low. It's just like you want to shoot out or something. You better stay low. Yeah, keep your head to the ground, player. Hey, don't never get the riding puffed up. Never. You start thinking you know something, it's over. Nebuchadnezzar thought he had power. Most High dropped him. Now, Tribal did that, and he was merciful to him and restored him. What if he just dropped you and never allow you to recover? I mean, who gonna check him over? Everything else is a request. There ain't no checking. You feel me? Most High, please, in that order, have mercy on him. You ain't checking nothing. You coming with please and you beseeching. This is a formal request. You ain't you're not gonna check him over nothing. You're not gonna stay his hand over anything. You feel me? You know, Almighty. If anything you got a request. Lord, request. That's what's called a supplication. Supplication is a request. When you read the scripture where it say, I beseech thee. A beseech is more like begging. Lord, I beg thee. You see? You ain't checking nothing, you're asking.
Usually beseech is followed by the words mercy.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
I beseech thee by thy mercy.
Man, I know I need. I need all the mercy I can get. All right, let's get it. 1 Kings 13 chapter. Don't be a rebel. Do what you called to do. You know what I mean? The Most High bless you. And it also is like this too. It'll be adventurous for you.
Boy, definitely adventure, bro.
You be like, boy, I
thought the Lord
sent me into a death trap. It was all adventure. It was all adventure. I ended up in a dope house on the east side one day. My homegirl Danielle, she picked me up. Brother, ride with me. Yeah, you know. She just found out the scriptures and all that was still out here in the streets. Then pulled up on me right on Terry. Brother, ride with me real quick. I got some people you need to talk to. This woman got me on the east side. You dig? I look up, I'm on a dope set, like straight up and down. They just got shot by some St. Louis niggas and everything, man.
It was St. Louis nigga over there.
Man, you like, this my brother Malachi from St. Louis. They all like St. Louis.
St. Louis, nigga.
Man, they all was standing.
You beseeching the Lord, dude?
Bro, I waxed bold them up.
Lord, I beseech that you got mercy right now, Lord.
I just waxed bold. I just
fuck
it. Like,
that's it.
Like, we finna see what the power is right now. Like, I'm not finna be like, cause look, they can't smell blood on me. You feel me? I can't be over there looking like I'm all timid or man. Look, hey,
Eating alive.
Yeah, brother burns his Quran the next morning. Brother burns his Quran because I blacked out and I just got to spit, bump it. Everybody came to the door. Everybody pulled up. I was beyond loud. I'm pointing at niggas. I'm just like, whatever. You feel me? They respect it. Niggas respect it. Even the cat that got shot, he's like, man, it's the greatest thing I ever heard. You know what I'm saying? Dang, dog. Something, you know, people Muslims, you know. And his big brother burns Quran the next morning and everything. I was dissing everything. I ain't care. I'm going off on GDs, them GDs and vice lords over there. I'm like, everybody, there's Crips and Bloods on our side. Everybody evil. Y'all killing each other. These white people, these white folks pull through. All y'all get diplomatic then, don't you? Everybody laughing like, dang, man, brother got a point. You know what I'm saying? Y'all throwing guns, y'all hiding guns under the cars and everything. Y'all not no gangsters. Everybody like, dang. I just, bump it. You got me over here. I ain't leave about 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, about 100 hugs after that. You feel me? Everybody like, man, that's real, man. You know what I'm saying? Never knew that we the Israel. Yeah. But that's just one of them situations I found myself in, riding with my homegirl. I didn't ask her where we going. She just, come on. I got some people that need to hear it. You took me to the set. They're jumping over here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Well, it's time to get, I don't even care. You feel me? Y'all kill me over this, I'm in. So that's how I look at it. I'm in. So come on. I'm about to hurt these feelings around here. Right by myself. Getting it in. Had my sword on me, had my script. That's right. I'm all game. You feel me? And I've seen then, like I've seen many a time. The power ain't in all that. Hey, you thinking the power in all that certain lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to intimidate or whatever. Man, look, I just wax bowls in the word and the spirit. The hardest catch was asking me questions humbly. You feel me?
We seen it first.
Yeah.
That's on video.
Yeah.
That's on video.
Yeah, that word ain't no joke. You looking right in their eye. Once they realize, oh no, he a wolf. He ain't playing. He's not the prey. He over here a predator. Yeah, I did. So they wouldn't even messed up about it, man. Made a brother burn his Quran the next morning. He called me, "Bob, just burn my Quran." I'm like, "Oh, praise!" Yeah. All right, let's get this 1 Kings 13 chapter. Wax bold in the Lord, man. All right.
And behold, there came a man of God out of Judah by the word of the Lord unto Bethel, and Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense.
Yeah, so for one, he out of order because that Jeroboam is the king over the northern kingdom at the time. They didn't start rebelling. Remember, rebelling that's the sin of witchcraft, right? They start rebelling. They come up with their own feast day, their own month, their own priest. They start doing. They move the capital from Jerusalem to Samaria. They start doing their own thing. You feel me? So this is Jeroboam already out of order. This ain't nothing with the Most High commanding. You doing your own thing. And the Most High sent one of his messengers to him. He's a man of Judah, one of God's prophets. Don't even got his name in here. Just know Most High sent somebody to check you on this. All right? That's the one thing about the Most High. Can't nobody say he ain't merciful. Because he don't ever just drop judgment out of nowhere. Even when you going way off, he send reminders. Stop that. It's like you do the baby. Hey, I ain't gonna tell you again. Stop that. I ain't gonna, bah! The smacking them coming. Dang, nigga, God, I told you. Don't disrespect me. Don't test me. Same with the Most High. Right? Even when you flat out wrong, he'll send some type of warning to you before he take you up out of here. Get yourself together. All right, go ahead. Yeah. Even when you dead wrong. Jeroboam was dead wrong. All right, go ahead.
And he cried against the altar in the word of the Lord and said, O altar, thus saith the Lord, behold, a child shall be born unto the house of David, Josiah by name. And upon thee shall he offer the priests of the high places that burn incense upon thee, and men's bones shall be burnt upon thee.
So it's a prophecy that Josiah ended up being the king in Judah. You feel me? You read about him later on in the Bible, named Josiah, the descendant of David. But the prophecy was, on that very altar where y'all offering sacrifices, he gonna offer the body of the priests that offer in these high places. The high places in Israel were pagan altars. That's where they used to go on the high hills or the high places, and they used to do all type of abominable activities. You feel me? And build pagan altars of false gods. We just let it be known the very priests that's offering on these altars, their bodies will be offered in the days of Josiah. That very altar right there. So he ain't come. So in other words, a messenger of the Most High, in which all of us, we a kingdom of priests. The message the Most High give us to speak is not all. for the most part, it ain't a message of, you know, Jolly Ranchers and Annihilators. No, it ain't sweet. You usually are sent to check the situation. That's your job. Your job is to police it, man. You feel me? No. Yes. Who, what, where, when, how, why. You feel me? Investigate the matter. That's your office. Like, that's your job. Like today we getting our mind that it's something else, but it has never been nothing else. Right? You think him saying that to Jeroboam made Jeroboam like him anymore? Mm-hmm. That ain't make him like him. Jeroboam gonna get angry behind that. What you just say to me, you know how you say something to somebody, they be ready to fight you. He say, look, the bodies of them priests that's offering, gonna be offered on that very altar right there. You feel me? So he just let them know, he threatened them with death from the Lord. Threatened them, told them, like, look, y'all going down for that. All right, what else is that?
And he gave a sign the same day, saying, this is the sign which the Lord has spoken.
Yeah.
Behold, the altar shall be rent, and the ashes that are upon it shall be poured out. And it came to pass, when the king Jeroboam heard the saying of the man of God, which had cried against the altar in Bethel, that he put forth his hand from the altar, saying, lay hold on him. And his hand, which he put forth against him, dried up.
So his hand lost, his arm and his hand lost all form of motion, lost all form of life. It dried up on him. You feel me? So he went to point and say, grab him, or point and say, you know what I'm saying, arrest him. This man of God who just told you the truth, but his arm locked up on him. It lost life, withered away, it dried up. See, now that would make your heart fall out your chest. If you went to go punch somebody or point at somebody, your whole arm just withered up, no life, no nothing, that'll scare anybody. All right, what it say?
And his hand, which he put forth against him, dried up, so that he could not pull it in again to him.
That one cat, it's not, who was that? DJ Juicy J. DJ Paul, one of them cats with the prosthetic arm, that arm that don't work. He used to be in the videos like this. That's it's just to imagine. That's what happened right there. You feel me? He has one of them arms. All right, go ahead.
The altar also was rent, and the ashes poured out from the altar.
Yeah.
According to the sign which the man of God had given by the word of the Lord.
So this is a prophet. He prophesied what was going to happen, and it happened. Right? The altar was rent, ashes poured out. So God is dealing with this brother. All right, go ahead.
And the king answered and said unto the man of God, entreat now the face of the Lord thy God.
See, when it get real, everybody be looking for mercy.
And pray.
Go ahead.
And pray for me, that my hand may be restored me again.
Look, even though Jeroboam know he dead wrong, right? You would think somebody that knew they was dead wrong would repent of their evil and say, man, I tripped, man. I should have never made that capital Samaria. I should have never made up my own feast. I should never have made up my own priest. I should have never built this altar like this. It's just when he in pain or when he's at an inconvenience, now he wants mercy. You see that throughout the Bible. Like people be clearly against the Most High God, but when something happened to them, they want the favor of the Most High God. And you be like, why you ain't just confess your crimes? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is you not gonna straight up ride and die for him after all that? Like, how do you go back to being evil after you know your arm is withered up? You know this is a prophet of the Most High sent. You ask him to pray to his God, right? Whom you supposed to be serving. Pray to his God to have mercy on you. And you would think after something like that, you feel me, you wouldn't return to your evil ways. It's like being paralyzed. Neck down. And the next year you up hitting backflips. You know what I'm saying? Do you think in your mind if you had ever been paralyzed before that you would take that for granted? You'll never take that for granted again in your life. How is it that we have short memories like that? How is it your arm can go from this status your heart beating, like, dang, I don't know what to do. Pray for me. Pray for you. Instantly, you back. And then you say, I'm back to wickedness. See what I'm saying? Like, nobody can say the Most High is not merciful. In other words, man, he give even the wicked plenty time to get right. You feel me? And the sad part is, most people don't want to get right until it's too late. Till he puts you in the grave. What else to say?
And the man of God besought the Lord, and the man of God besought the Lord, and the king's hand was restored him again, and became as it was before. And the king said unto the man of God, come home with me and refresh thyself, and I will give thee a reward.
See, he's like, man, I'm trying to hook you up. Thank you. Woo! What you need? Come on, home. Look, I'm the king. What you need? You need a woman. You need gold. What you need? What you need? Some wine? Some back rub? What you need? I'm going to get whatever you need. Right? Let's read.
And the man of God said unto the king, if thou wilt give me half thine house, I will not go in with thee.
See? I don't care if you gave me half your house. I can't go in with you. Why is this? Because he's on a mission from the Almighty. Right? Go ahead.
Neither will I eat bread nor drink water in this place. For so was it charged me by the word of the Lord, saying, eat no bread, nor drink water, nor turn again by the same way that thou camest.
So I can't even. The Most High told me to come here, pronounce this judgment on him, and leave.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to stop and eat bread. I'm not here for you to take me out to dinner. I'm not here to have drinks.
Here to get it done.
You feel me? I can't even go back the same way I came. That's his mission. See? That's what I'm saying. This job or this office that, you know what I'm saying, that the Most High has called us to be in, similar to Jonah, you know what I'm saying? Similar to anybody the Most High can call. This office right here will not make you socially accepted. You feel me? You won't be liked by majority of the people. You understand?
You're going to be a follower of Christ or what Christ like. Yeah. If it happened to Christ. Yeah. And blood had to be shed. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Every disciple, except for John, who made the Patmos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, every prophet, you know what I'm saying? Every man that walks in the will of God suffered some affliction. Yeah. That's just what it is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying, you know what I'm saying? Bag up, pack up.
Yeah, strap up and back up. Yeah, bag up and pack up. Strap up and back up.
Hey, but your tough skin.
Yeah, but notice that these men are called, but deeper than just them having to say something, right? When the Messiah say, if you want to come after me, deny yourself.
You got to.
I mean, you got to take yourself completely out of the equation. You can't be tripping out even off.
Because you're a Jonah.
Yeah.
You're a Jonah. Yeah. And that's good that we're going over this, because listen, it's all good that we talk about good stuff and what I will do. And, oh, man, if it was me, I'd be on it, man. If I came across the Red Sea, man, ain't no what I do that, golden calf. You don't know, bro. We don't know. These people have seen the mighty works of God and came right to the other side and flipped the script. Then went over at Numbers 25 and went and kicked it with some other people.
Right.
And got their heads cut off. These are people that seen the mighty works, seen the mountain, the earthquake, the fire, the law, getting out here to see the horns blow. Yeah. I'm telling you,
watch the earth open up and swallow rebels.
And still went off. You got to deny yourself. If you don't, you put yourself in there, you'll fall in all those trick bags. And come short every time. Yeah,
you got to deny yourself. It's just like we went over when we was out of town last week, the mother and 7 sons, they have the Azor, right? Like for you to stick your tongue out and your wrist out until the king will take these away from you, receive them from heaven, and I'll get them again. All right, like you someone that's like, look, I despise even these if it's for the truth. Take them. Like you can't do nothing with that. Like that's somebody you can't control. You know what I'm saying?
You do his body.
So when you raised up to speak the word of the Almighty, the whole point is you're not gonna be hugged by everybody. Everybody's not gonna like you. You understand? People gonna try to kill you. But one thing that you would not be lacking is an adventure. You're gonna forever have something to say. Hey, let me tell y'all what just happened, man.
So what you're telling me is that if I follow this word of God, right, I ain't got to make a church coming?
I mean,
not likely.
Not likely. I'm saying it can't, but not likely. A lot of these men were moving around. You know what I'm saying?
Not the spirit of the
yeah, just moving around. Like you got things to do. You'd have been over here this 1 second and back over here the next second. Like no certain dwelling places and all that. But it was always an adventure.
And Christ never sat still, bro.
Yeah.
He ain't had no proverbial pot to piss in when he was throwing out of it.
All right, come on, let's get it. Where we at? Yeah.
Verse 10.
Yeah. 1 Kings 13th chapter, the 10th verse. He's on a straight up mission. Pronounced against Jeroboam, right? Don't eat no bread, don't drink no water, don't even come back the same way you came. Get up out of there. That's his mission. Right? You know, somebody, come on, dog, we're gonna fire the grill up, you like lamb? Like you get around here, you mess around, got stuck. Everybody want to be hospitable to you. You start getting all emotional, but Lord, this is one time. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Ursa cook a good muscatoli. What you reckon eat? Nothing? You start allowing your personal feelings and the taste buds from Ursa's muscatoli to stop you from doing what you commanded. Most I say don't eat nothing. Don't drink nothing. Just get there, say that, and leave. You got to execute that. You feel me? And you should know going in that people gonna want to have your company after. They gonna want that after. But you should know going in, I can't even holler at none of y'all. I heard him say this and I'm gone. You're gonna be tempted. You should know. He should know. You will be tempted. You know what I'm saying? Count the cost. What else to say?
Verse 10.
Yeah.
So he went another way and returned not by the way that he came to Bethel. Now there were dwelt an old prophet in Bethel, and his sons came and told him all the works that the man of God had done that day in Bethel. The words which he had spoken unto the king, them they told also to their father.
Right.
And their father said unto them, what way went he? For his sons had seen what way the man of God went, which came from Judah. And he said unto his sons, saddle me the ass. So they saddled him the ass, and he rode thereon, and went after the man of God, and found him sitting under an oak. And he said unto him, art thou the man of God that camest from Judah? And he said, I am. Then he said unto him, come home with me and eat bread. And he said, I may not return with thee, nor go in with thee. Neither will I eat bread nor drink water with thee in this place.
So that's the second time. He already knew. Feel me? The king wanted him to stay. Now here comes this man who claims he's a prophet. So he didn't testify that he's a witness against himself already. Twice. I can't eat with you, I can't drink with you. I'm on my way up out of here. I'm on a mission from the Most High. All right, come on.
Verse 17. For it was said to me by the word of the Lord, thou shalt eat no bread, nor drink water there, nor turn again to go by the way that thou camest. He said unto him, I am a prophet, also as thou art.
Here we go.
And an angel.
There we go. Y'all see that? He claiming to be a prophet too. Right?
Yeah.
He's claiming to be a prophet too. And then he put an angel on it. What did he say about the angel?
And an angel spake unto me by word of the Lord, saying, bring him back with thee into thine house, that he may eat bread and drink water. But he lied unto him.
But he what?
He lied unto him.
All right, hold your spot right there, D. You can. Give me Galatians 1. Galatians 1, 6 to 11. Now look, you supposed to be, you know what the Most High told you. You know so well you can say it twice, right? Now, unless something changed, unless unless the Most High done shot you a memo, it don't matter what he talking about. Because what you said, you could have said, nigga, you was Michael the Archangel from the 4th dimension. Don't matter. You understand? Don't matter. But when the Most High give a word, he gives it via a chain of command. This man said, I'm a prophet too, and the angel told me to tell you, you ain't got to obey God. Come with me. That quick? It sounds crazy, don't it? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't have got off that, man. I don't know. You sure? How easy, talk about this, how easily today do you get distracted from doing something you're supposed to do? It ain't hard to distract a Negro today. Negro get distracted real quick. Let something be on TV right now. I'd have been sidetracked for about 20 seconds. Snap out time. Trip. Yeah. It's easy to get distracted. This is a man of God who we know God is dealing with, and we also know that God hears him. Because he prayed to the Most High to restore Jeroboam's hand and arm. So this is somebody that God directly deals with, and then he directly deals with the Almighty. Most High hears him, but that means he ain't even no rebel. Most High don't hear sinners. He don't hear rebels. I mean, he's not a rebel. You understand? And he got the words of the Most High God, right? But at the last second, somebody slides in and say, I'm a prophet too, and the angel told me to tell you. Oh, wait. You mean that quick? You can have the Holy Spirit and all that? Have the taste of the world to come and the word of God and be doing miracles and all that. And at the last minute, renege? Ooh-wee. So that should stir everybody. So. Because a lot of people think once the Most High start dealing with them, it's just what it is, period. You feel me? Not knowing you can lose your crown. You can lose your crown. He tell you in Revelations, make sure your name don't get blotted out the book. What's there? Make sure it don't get blotted out. All right, what did Galatians say? And then we coming right back to where you were.
Galatians chapter 1, verse 6. Yeah. I marvel that ye are so removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ, into another gospel, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you, and will pervert the gospel of Christ. But though we or angel from heaven,
though we men or an angel from heaven, celestial, we or an angel, right? Go ahead.
Preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed.
Man, if you got any other word, I don't care if it's man, I don't care if it's angel. If it's against what the Most High already said, count whoever brought that down, cursed. And that man of God should have known that. But trip off this, these things, whatever was written aforetime was written for our learning. This story is in the Bible to teach us what? Who knows? Worldwide Assembly, what y'all say? Give me some answers. Why is 1 Kings, the 13th chapter, in this Bible other than it's after the 12th chapter and before the 14th? Why is it in here?
Besides the miracle.
Why is this story in the Bible outside of it being after chapter 12 and before chapter 14? Because it's chapter 13. Why is this story in the Bible? It's obviously a man who hears the Most High, or who the Most High hears, who the Most High deals with, right? Who has spiritual powers where he at least got a link to the Most High to where he can answer a prayer immediately. Why is this story in here for us? Because whatever was written aforetime was written for our learning. What have you learned thus far?
To stay guarded and listen to the Most High.
Right. But I feel that. I'll be obedient until when?
To the end.
You gotta take it to the end. You can't even finish the job halfway. 75% of the way.
So if somebody else come up and say they had a word from God outside the word of God that you had.
Well, name it just that time. And then the servant came back and God told don't take that. Don't, they won't take that. He went by the back anyway.
What happened?
Yeah.
It's not being obedient to the word, what the word of God says.
Right.
Exactly. Father gave the word, told him, no, don't take nothing. You don't take nothing.
Yeah.
The word of God can't be bought. No power from God can be bought. That's in the New Testament too.
Yeah.
When you want to buy the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. And Acts.
Yeah.
It's Acts the 8th chapter.
So you said
how much that costs?
How much that cost you? Right? Some of that.
Yeah, you told me your money perish with you. Your money die with you. See, so we or an angel. What else say, D?
Verse 9.
Yeah.
As we said before, so say I now again. If any man preach any other gospel unto you than that ye have received, let him be accursed.
See, so any other message, any other good news, right? That the prophet of God in 1 Kings 13 had a message that was given to him by the Almighty.
And the other guy came and claimed he had one by an angel.
By an angel. He came and brought another message.
Right? So he tried his spirit.
Yeah, that count him down. I'd say, well, I can say what I could have done, but he should have said, I didn't get the memo. What you mean? I didn't get that memo.
I gotta keep pushing.
I gotta keep pushing. As a matter of fact, you in my face too long. Bye. Sometimes you gotta hurt somebody's feelings behind this. I noticed over the years. Because people try to hold you around until you slip up. You feel me? And do something against the Most High. Sometimes you gotta rattle the cage. Be like, hell no, I ain't doing that. That kind of get people up off you real quick. Like, dang, all right. You know what I'm saying? Right. He really taking this serious. Hey man, come on back to the crib, eat with me, drink with me. Hell no. Sometimes you gotta be like that. To really get somebody like, dang, like he ain't playing. Well, my bad, bro. You know, yeah, whatever. Be about your father's business, man. Be about it. Come on, where we at? Let's get
Verse 10.
Come on.
For do I now persuade men or your house? Or do I seek to please men? Mm-hmm. For if I yet please men, I should not be certain.
That's so powerful. If I was a man pleaser, I wouldn't be the
You can't be a servant.
I wouldn't be the father of the son. Yeah. A man pleaser. Trying to please man. No, this sounds gay.
It's shit.
Yeah. A man pleaser. It sounds homosexual. All right, so we got there, right? I wanted to show that when the brother said an angel told him, but Moses said, but he lied. Lied to him that quick. So let's get back to that 1 Kings 13 chapter.
Read verse 18 again.
Yeah.
He said unto him, I am a prophet also, as thou art. And an angel spake unto me by the word of the Lord, saying, bring him back with thee into thine house, that he may eat bread and drink water. But he lied unto him. So he went back with him and did eat bread in his house and drank water. And it came to pass, as they sat at the table, that the word of the Lord came unto the prophet that brought him back. And he cried unto the man of God that came from Judah, saying, thus saith the Lord, forasmuch as thou hast disobeyed the mouth of the Lord, and hast not kept the commandment which the Lord thy God commanded thee, but camest back and hast eaten bread and drunk water in the place of the which the Lord did say to thee, eat no bread and drink no water, thy carcass shall not come unto the skull.
In other words, your carcass, your dead body will not be buried. You're not be given the proper burial. In other words, because you came back and ate in this place and drank, and I told you not to. Your carcass will not come to this sepulcher. The sepulcher is like the burial spot. Tomb. Yeah.
And it came to pass after he had eaten bread and after he had drunk, that he saddled for him the ass, to wit, for the prophet whom he had brought back. And when he was gone, a lion met him by the way and slew him. And his carcass was cast in the way, and the ass stood by it. The lion also stood by the carcass. And behold, men passed by and saw the carcass cast in the way, and the lion standing by the carcass. And they came and told it in the city where the old prophet dwelt. And when the prophet that brought him back from the way heard thereof, he said, It is the man of God who was disobedient unto the word of the Lord.
Wow. Now this the guy that was lying to him. He says the man of God was disobedient. That quick, man, look, you in such a spiritual war that, you understand, like there's all type of stuff going on to where it's lying spirits being dispatched. You feel me? Now how he stood up and say who was disobedient when he played a part, he was a vessel in it. You feel me? He lied to him and told him, and then you told me to tell you that cancel the memo. God said you could come eat. And then while they sitting at the table, the man that lied to him, the Most High prophesies through him out of his mouth. The very guy that lied to him said, because you ate her, you're finished. You understand? Then he meet a lion destroy him and all that. Then the word get back to the very guy that lied to him. He say, it is the man of God who was disobedient to the word of the Most High. As if he didn't play a part in it. You understand? You really don't understand the level or the spiritual level that the war that you really in. Feel me? That's why, by any means necessary, you got to be obedient. Anything outside that, you don't even know. Most High used something over here to destroy you. And we're going to read that next. We're going to read him holding the council in the heavens. Like, what spirit going to go say this to make this man die? Dang, what's really going on? Serious.
Who laying on that doorbell?
I told you.
Where we at?
Verse 26, the beginning. And when the prophet that brought him back from the way heard thereof, he said, It is the man of God who was disobedient unto the word of the Lord.
Right.
Therefore the Lord had delivered him unto the lion, which had torn him and slain him according to the word of the Lord, which he spake unto him.
Dang, yeah, you trip off that, he did everything he was supposed to do to the end. Yeah. He got to the finish line and got and fell off and got
killed by a
lion. And got devoured by a lion.
How horrible is that?
Yeah.
Imagine just a lion just jumping on you. You know how a cat call, the cat, you ever got called by a cat, try to pick up a cat claw, you can't get that mug off because it hurts so bad.
Yeah.
Imagine a lion's claw. And then, that's a horrific death. That's a horrific death.
All for one instance of disobedience.
For bread and water.
Yeah. Don't forget he was somebody the Most High heard.
And answered.
Yeah. He was somebody Most High dealt with. He was somebody that was known for
so he used
speaking his word.
And Judah's signet is a lion.
Yeah. He was a lion, and he's a man of
Judah. And he left the ass bound. His lion was a dumb ass. Hey, bro, he left the ass right next to him. He made ass. The lion didn't eat the ass.
Come on, let's get it.
Verse 27. And he spake to his son, saying, Saddle me the ass. And they saddled him. And he went and found his carcass cast in the way, and the ass and the lion standing by the carcass. The lion had not eaten the carcass, nor torn the ass. And the prophet took up the carcass of the man of God, and laid it upon the ass, and brought it back. And the old prophet came to the city to mourn and to bury him. And he laid his carcass in his own grave, and they mourned over him, saying, Alas, my brother. And it came to pass after he had buried him, that he spake to his son, saying, When I am dead, then bury me in the sepulchre wherein the man of God is buried. Lay my bones beside his bones. For the saying which he cried by the word of the Lord against the altar in Bethel, and against all the houses in the high places, which are in the cities of Samaria, shall surely come to pass. After this thing Jeroboam returned not from his evil way.
You true about that? The very guy whose arm was dried up, he had the prosthetic arm, he did no full range of motion, no that. He asked that man of God who was destroyed by the lion, pray to your God so my arm can be healed. He did. He got his arm back. You would think after that, it's like, again, it's like being paralyzed or something. You understand? Been paralyzed for 10 years. And we look up, you up there hooping, donking on everybody. You understand? Like, how do you forget the fact that you was a paraplegic for 10 years? That quick. Jeroboam, because we got short memories. Jeroboam forgot that quick that he lost his arm. When he got back to him, he ain't saying, I'm going to be a servant of the Most High, who answered the prayer of that man. Like, hey, you wicked, man. Let's keep doing what we supposed to. Keep doing what I want to do. See? Don't let nobody say the Most High ain't merciful. He showed mercy to the wicked and the righteous all the time. All the time. And we still just be like, whatever. And that's why the Most High open up and start putting you in the grave. Hey, it's what it is, man. It's what it is. You had plenty of opportunity. All right, what else to say?
Verse 33. After this thing, Jeroboam returned not from his evil way, but made again of the lowest of the people priests of the high places.
So he just making, he got Ned the wino as a priest. You know, he's just doing whatever he want to do. When the priests were the sons of Levi, high priest sons of Aaron. He's just doing whatever he wanted to do. Because he feel like he can, same like Nebuchadnezzar did what he wanted to do. Didn't matter. All right, what verse you in?
33.
All right.
Whosoever would, he consecrated him.
Dang.
And he became one of the priests of the high places.
Wow.
And this thing became sin unto the house of Jeroboam, even to cut it off and to destroy it from off the face of the earth.
See what happened? That very man who could have easily turned after the Most High did a miracle for him. It said the very thing he kept doing got his whole lineage wiped out. Like when the Most High moved against your bloodline in the scripture, he called it nobody will live that can piss against the wall. It say it in the Bible. It say pisseth against the wall. And to this day, men, when we go into the bathrooms and public restaurants, we pissing against the wall, stand-up urinals and all that. Scripture called. You can type in pisseth against the wall in the Bible, and a whole bunch of scriptures pop up. And all of it is about the Most High cutting off every male in your family. You feel me? Your continued wickedness. Pisseth against the wall. Put my mind when I first read it. Talking about killing all the men. You feel me? For being evil. Wow. Real talk. That's it for that. All right, jump over to 1 Kings, the last chapter on that one. 1 Kings 22. I'm gonna show you how the Most High hold counsel in the spirit world and it play out in the physical.
Oh, yeah.
What's up? Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Nah, I'm with you. I'm not going to look. What you mean? I'm on Delmore. Yeah, you can chill now. I'm going to Delmore. Where you going? Yeah, I'm talking about we should be all good then. I ain't talking about going to the Northern Kingdom tonight, brother. I was going back to the Northern Kingdom. No, we in the Southern Kingdom tonight, brother. Well, what you call it over there? The Central Kingdom? Downtown Kingdom? Come on, man, you all good. Y'all good. Yeah, we're doing 1 Kings next, same book. 1 Kings 22. I just want to show y'all a few instances where the Most High holds court in the spiritual realm and it manifests in the physical. All right. When he 1 Kings, the 22nd chapter, 1 Kings 22. Ooh, man, this is gonna be beautiful. This is what the Lord said. Yeah, 14. We're gonna read 1 Kings 22. We're gonna read 14 on down. 14 on down. Yeah, it's all good. Y'all Hebrews want to go all night, you can get it done. What y'all talking about? They on here talking about some I'm a night owl. What Bible you guys prefer? Infallible dialect. Shalom, peace time for you to lay it down for rocket time. May the Most High bless y'all, man. Hey, another Shabbat. Thank the Most High for another Sabbath. Get a chance to relax. Catch up with your problems later on to, the next day on Sunday. You dig? Get the Most High his rest. Get you some. Throw down this word. Man, you be energized with the word, man. You be all right. I ain't, man. Don't make me pull up some WhatsApp videos. Boy, you chug a love, boy. That boy go about, 20 days straight. Yeah, be quiet now, you know.
Need some more drink.
Oh, no, man. You going off. You got water. You got water. You got my yum. You got water. All right, let's get it, y'all. We in 1 Kings 22. We're going to start around verse 14. Y'all good, man. 1 Kings 22, yeah. We're going to start around verse 14. These last few examples is about how the Most High. Remember we read earlier when he told Nebuchadnezzar, it's the heavens that rule over men. You understand? Like, Most High is the one that set up kingdoms and he dropped. So we about to go into a court that he had in the spiritual realm and how a certain king, it was decreed that a certain king would be killed. But the decision was already made in the spiritual realm before it played out on the earth. Feel me? It happened, like this type of stuff happened all the time. Right? Everything that play out in front of you and already been decreed in the heavens. You don't even know it. You just living your life. You all impulsive. You know. Nigga, it wasn't me. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? You know, you think you got control of yourself. The one Negro told me he woke himself up. I woke myself up, nigga. I hear you. All right. But this how it is according to the scripture. It play out in the spiritual realm. It's decreed in the spirit, and then it plays out in the physical. Just like with Nebuchadnezzar. Remember the angel told him, like it's the Most High that reign in the kingdom of men. He'll set up over it the bases of men if you want to. Right? And at the end, after he got his ring kicked up past his shoulder blades, he had to admit the Most High God is God. That's it. That's it. If he really wants you, you know what I'm saying? He'll jack you up. Jack you up for about, a few years or whatever until it's fulfilled. You'll be broke then. You'll tap out. You know why MMA? Niggas tap out in MMA, boy. Submit. All right, where we at? Let's get it. Nee, you gonna read? Let me read, man. He's trying to stay up. Read, Hebrew. 1 Kings 22. We need around verse 14.
My Bible broke.
We need you, brother.
First
I got a big letter right here.
Man, that joker got Zoom and everything. He on his phone.
1
Kings 22. We're gonna start around 14. Yeah, the Most High come out. You holler at him before he holler at you. That's the best thing. Holler at him before he holler at you. It shouldn't have to be a near-death experience for you to get spiritual. You feel me? Jonah, earlier we read, he was cut off. He was in the belly of a big fish. Called it hell. You understand? Like, I'm in the grave, man. And you see it all the time. Near-death experience. Look up the Negro spiritual now. He's the groovy guru. He got all the wise sayings and everything, y'all, because it was a near-death experience. You shouldn't take that. You shouldn't, once you read this, then you should be on some, I shouldn't have to almost die for me to get down with the Most High. How about I get down now? Feel me? Save yourself some time. And the heartache. All right, come on, let's get it done.
1 Kings 22, 14.
Come on, Nehemiah, let's get it.
And Micaiah said, as Yahweh liveth, what the Lord says unto me, that will I speak.
Y'all hear that? Flat out. That's prophet of the Most High. You can try to bribe him off. You can say, come on, man. Just change the words a little bit. Look at the Lord liveth. Whatever he tell me, I'm saying. You may not like it. I don't care. That's who the Most High looking for. He ain't looking for no compromises. You're going to say his word regardless. I don't care what the situation is. All right, go ahead.
Verse 15.
Yeah.
So he came to the king. The king said unto him, Micaiah, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? He answered him, Go and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it into thy hand of the king. And the king said unto him, How many times shall I adjure thee, that thou tell me nothing but that which is true in the name of the Lord? And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hill, as sheep, and have not a shepherd.
Wow, the king is supposed to be the shepherd over the people. The prophet, like, look, man, I saw Israel scattered. Man, they sheep, they ain't got no shepherd. That should be insulting to the king, because he's supposed to be the shepherd over the people. All right, go ahead.
The Lord said, These have no master. Let them return every man to his house in peace. The king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, Did I not tell thee that he will prophesy not good concerning me, but evil?
He said, I told you. You feel me? This is a time when the northern kingdom and southern kingdom had to go to war, had to be allies and go to war with somebody. But before you go to war, you have to seek spiritual counsel. You feel me? Before, in 300, before Leonidas went to war, what did he do? He went out, he climbed that mountain and went and hollered at those oracles. You feel me? If you play chess, who's next to the king and queen on the chessboard? Priest, the bishop. You see? You about to go to war, you got to go out with the prophets of God. You got a word from the Most High, yeah and nay. You understand? That's what's going on here. Same thing play out. Yeah, Bible deep, man. All right, go ahead.
He said,
and those he said, didn't I tell you? He told King of Israel, I told you he ain't got nothing good to say to us. Because the message that a man of the Most High bring always peaches and cream. It ain't always nothing smooth. It ain't always nothing you want to hear. A lot of times you're going to get mad, get rebellious, bullheaded. You don't want to fight them. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to shoot them. You will be tight-lipped, ventriloquist mode, Spanish nigga. Y'all know. I know. You feel me? But he knew it. He said, look, he ain't going to prophesy nothing good to us, man. I told you this. All right, go ahead. What else to say?
And he said,
yeah.
Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord.
Yeah.
I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him.
So he's in a vision, right? He saw the Most High Yah sitting on his throne, all the hosts, heavenly hosts around him, all the angels. The vision that the prophet of God catch. All right, go ahead.
Standing by him on his right hand and on his left hand.
Yeah.
The Lord said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? One said on this matter, another said on that matter.
Y'all heard that? So the Most High Yah asked his hosts, his angels, which one of y'all going to persuade Ahab? Who know who Ahab is? At the bottom. Ahab was a king in Israel. He had a famous wife. Who know who his wife was?
So Ahab, that was in Isaiah?
Yeah. Jezebel. The most wicked woman ever breathed oxygen on this planet. He had a wife named Jezebel. You know what I'm saying? Her husband was Ahab, the king of Israel, but he was ran by his wife. He was beyond soft. Right? But he had did something to what the Most High said he got to die for it. So before he died, the Most High holds a meeting in the heavens. And he asks his angels, which one of y'all is going to go persuade Ahab? You feel me? So it's a council being held in the spiritual realm about something that happens in front of you every day. Which one of y'all going to persuade Ahab to go up to Ramoth Gilead so he can have fun? No, I said so he can die. Wow, the Most High asking his angels, which one of y'all going to inspire this man to go to be in this place at this time so he can die? Wow. What else to say?
There came forth the Spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him.
I'll do it. I'll take up the task. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto him, wherewith?
Or how, right? Go ahead.
He said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. He said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so.
You see that? He said, I'm going to go forth. I'm going to be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. So all the false prophets have lying spirits within their mouths. See that? He straight let it be known. Like, look, I'm going to go forth and be a lying spirit in his mouth. That's how I'm going to get him to be at this certain place at this certain time so he can die. Because the men he listened to are going to be lying to him. Wow. Wow. You feel me? That make you look at the Most High in a different, you know what I'm saying, a different lens. Make you look at him on a different lens at that point, because before then you thought he just was floating in the sky, just, you know, listening to elevator music or something. Man, he's straight holding court about who gonna die every day. Who gonna die? Who gonna go get this done? Who gonna inspire him to go over here and do this? Man, that changed up the whole game. You be like, dang. And how about I really take this obedience thing serious? At any moment, the Most High could decree it. And then events will play out to where you'll be at a certain place at a certain time so your soul can be required of it. That ain't nothing to play with. You understand? People still think it's a game. There's something that's going on in a realm that you can't even see that directly affects what you see every day. Invisible effect or infect what? The visible. It affects. Can't get around it. All right, come on. What else to say?
But Zedekiah, the son of Shaniah, went near and smote Micaiah.
So he smacked him. Wow, shut up.
On the cheek and said, yeah.
He read 23. Lord, I spoke.
He read 22. He read 22.
Are you the lying spirit in the mouth of all of these thy prophets? He did read it.
I'll read it again.
Yeah, read it again. Yeah, go ahead.
Now therefore, behold, the Lord had put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these prophets.
These thy prophets.
These thy prophets. And the Lord had spoken evil concerning thee. But Zedekiah, the son of Shaniah, went near and smote Micaiah on the cheek and said, which way went the spirit of the Lord for me to speak unto thee? And Micaiah said, behold, thou shalt see in that day, when thou shalt go into the inner chamber to hide thyself. And the king of Israel said, take Micaiah and carry him back unto Amon, the governor of the city, and to Joash, the king's son, and say, thus said the king, put this fellow in the prison and feed him with bread of affliction.
Oh man, lock him up.
And with water.
See what they said about the prophet of the Most High, who spoke the truth. Lock him up and give him the bread of affliction. Well, come on.
With the water of affliction, till I come in peace. And Micaiah said, if thou return at all in peace, the Lord has not spoken by me.
Come on.
And he said, hearken, O people, every one of you.
He's like, if you come back in peace, the Most High ain't spoke to me. He did. Lock him up, throw him in a hole, give him bread of affliction, water of affliction, torment, speaking his truth. Wow.
So another angel trying to persuade him to do other than set him up to kill him, he tried to have him locked up.
Yeah, it's on the earth now. It's another prophet. It was a false prophet. Smack him. Like, shut up. You're scaring everybody with all that tough talk. You know what I'm saying? Then he go lock him. He tell him, he order him, hand him over to the governor of the prisons, lock him on up, give him these bread of affliction, water of affliction. Feel me? So now you about to see how what the angel is gonna do to Ahab, and how he gonna go up here to this war and die. You feel me? But for the prophet that spoke what he saw that was real, false prophet smacked him, And then they ordered, the king and them ordered to lock him up. You feel me? Keep him there till I come in peace. And he told him, if you show back up, the Most High ain't spoken. You feel me? In other words, you ain't going to return in peace. All right, come on.
So the king of Israel, Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, went to Ramoth Gilead.
The very spot where he said, who going to persuade him to go? Right? There it is. That he may what? Have fun or die? He may die. All right, go ahead.
The king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, I will disguise myself and enter into battle, but put thou on the robes. And the king of Israel disguised himself and went into battle.
So they're trying to get incognito or incognito real quick. Y'all see that? They had battle disguising themselves. All right, go ahead.
But the king of Syria commanded his 32 captains that had rule over his chariots, saying, fight neither with small nor great, save only with the king of Israel. It came to pass when the captains of the chariots saw Jehoshaphat, that they said, surely is the king of Israel. They turned aside to fight against him, and Jehoshaphat cried out. And it came to pass when the captains of the chariots perceived that it was not the king of Israel, that they turned back from pursuing him. And a certain man drew a bow at a venture and smote the king of Israel between the joints of the horns.
Ahab is the king of Israel. Feel me? The council get held in the spiritual realm. Who gonna make him go to Ramoth Gilead so he can die? The angel say, I'm gonna do it. He say, how? He's gonna be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. He say, you gonna be successful. Go do that. You see that? Now they decide to go to war anyway at Ramoth Gilead, and guess who end up dying? Who get hit first? King of Israel, which is Ahab. So something can council get held in the spiritual realm to directly affect physical events. We really don't know this Bible, know the character of our God. That make you look at him totally different. All right, go ahead. It makes you walk circumspect too. Like you be more, like you pay more attention to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, like I go off, man, and get happy. Like what decree was given to make the prophet of God go eat bread and water and then get ate up by a lion. You see what I'm saying? Like you really don't know who you're playing with. All right, go ahead.
Wherefore, he said unto the driver of his chariot, turn thy hand and carry me out of the host, for I am wounded. And the battle increased that day. The king was stayed up in his chariot against the Syrians, and died at even. And the blood ran out of the wound into the midst of the chariot. And there went a proclamation throughout the host about the going down of the sun, saying, every man to his city, every man to his own country. So the king died and was brought to Samaria. They buried the king in Samaria. And one washed the chariot in the pool of Samaria. And the dogs licked his blood. And they washed his armor, according to the word of the Lord which he spake.
Yeah, he spoke that a chapter back, in chapter 21, verse 19. He said he gonna die. He prophesied the dogs was gonna lick up his blood. That ended up happening in the very next chapter. You know what I mean? Just like so the Most High decreed it gotta happen. What people get emotional about, or what they get emotional about, is how it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like he say, look, with the elder don't serve the young, or those that lead in captivity going into captivity. How it get done is what everybody got a problem. If you say it got to get done. You say the dogs don't lick up his blood, it got to get done. You know what I'm saying? And we seeing it being fulfilled right here. All right, come on now.
Now the rest of the acts of Ahab, all that he did, and the ivory house which he has made, and all the cities that he built, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? So Ahab slept with his fathers, and Ahaziah, his son, reigned in his stead.
All right, that's it for that. I got two short ones in Job chapter 1, Job chapter 2, and we can close out. Job chapter 1, Job, it's real, they real short too. Y'all see it. The Most High can hold counsel in it where he at, and it directly affect where you at. You got angels and all that.
Job what?
Job chapter 1. We're going to read around verse 6. It's like too short, but these back-to-back chapters. Then we're going to close on out. All praise, glory, and honor. May the Most High bless our Hebrew for allowing us to come on through, throw down. Also, we're going to read Job chapter 1. We're going to read verse 6, 6 through 12. And then we're going to read Job chapter 2, 1 through 6. So Job chapter 1, 6 through 12, Job chapter 2, 1 through 6. We're going to close it on out. Serious thing. Like, you don't want the Most High to hold court over you. We got to be obedient then and finish the work he called us to do by any means necessary. You can't just, can't just be no fair weather Hebrew. Somebody just with, just hanging around, thumbs, twiddling your thumbs, whatever. It's like that can happen to you. It's crazy, man. All right. So you got it. All right, Job chapter 1, we're going to read 6 through 12. Right?
Job chapter 1, verse 6.
Yeah.
Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord.
Y'all see that? Come on.
And Satan came also among them.
Now trip off that. Now, who are these sons of God that are presenting themselves before the Most High, and Satan got to come amongst them too? Is this on the earth or in the heaven? Just like we just read Kings. It would have to be in the heaven. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou?
Where are you coming from? Right?
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth.
So that's how you know this is in the heaven. Because Satan just answered the Most High and said, From going to and fro in the earth. Well, hold on. Where you at then? It must be in the heavens like we just read in that King. There got to be something going on with the Most High. He holds court every day. You feel me? And his sons got to give reports to him about what's going on in his earth. Satan, one of his sons. He just rebellious son. But nonetheless, he's one of his sons. So where you coming from? Going, up and down in the earth, going up and down to it.
That's like daddy checking. I know where you've been, but what you don't tell me.
Yeah. Asking you a question, I already know the answer to. Right. Yeah. I already know the answer. All right, go ahead.
And from walking up and down. Mm-hmm. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth,
right?
A perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil.
How you know the Most High and the enemy ain't gonna have a dialogue about you, about God? That's my servant. You ain't never tripped off him. You've been going up and down in the earth to and fro in it, looking who you may devour. You ever tripped off Job over there? You did, like. You know what I'm saying? This conversation can happen as often as it need to happen. And it happen all the time without us being even aware of it. Just living your life, circling the drain, about to fade to black. You don't even know it's a straight counsel being held over you in the heavens. You think that's your will. You done pulled up there to the liquor store last minute, run there and grab something. You might not make it out of there. You don't even know. You feel me? Like, that's why the scriptures say be circumspect. Like, be aware of your steps. Be aware of what you do. Everything's being recorded. How you know next docket number so-and-so, so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. State of Missouri verse, the kingdom of heaven verse. You know what I'm saying? So-and-so, so-and-so. Come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 9. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doth Job fear God for naught? Has not thou made a hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. Verse 11.
So what is Satan saying? Like, he don't fear you for nothing. He only fear you because he's successful. You don't put protection around him. Same conversation could happen with you while you riding your high horse thinking you know what I'm saying, untouchable. Come on, let's get it.
Verse 11. But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath. He will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord.
Now the Most High said to Satan, behold, all that he have is in your power. You feel me? So even the devil has boundaries. He got to go to the Most High to get permission. Concerning who? You. Most High getting boundaries. But look, all that he has is in your power. Dang, Job had a lot. Feel me? Children, cattle, wife. You know what I'm saying? Like land, all type of stuff. All they got snatched from. Well, look, all that's in your power. Only upon, don't lay your hand upon him. Wow. All right, let's jump over to the next chapter, last 6 verses, chapter 2, 1 through 6. We're going to close out chapter 2, 1 through 6. I just want to show that. That it's things that go on in the spiritual realm that directly affect what goes on here in the physical. Most High called you to do something, don't run from it. Get it done. Everybody not going to like you. You're going to be talk crazy, but it will be an adventure. You'll have something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it went down. All right, last 6 verses, chapter 2, 1 through 6. Let's get it done. All right.
Job 2, chapter 1. Chapter
2, verse 1.
Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord.
Yeah.
And Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down it. The Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth?
Right.
A perfect man, a perfect and upright man.
That's right.
One that feareth Yah, and escheweth evil.
Man, he fears the Most High and he hates evil. That's what the perfect and upright is in the Bible. It don't mean you don't make mistakes. You understand? But if you fear the Most High God and you eschew or you hate evil, biblically speaking, you're perfect and upright. You gotta be somebody that hate evil and fear God. You don't compromise with evil, none of that. You should fear the Most High. Like if your son was standing right there, you wouldn't be all up in his face. I can lock eyes with Bruce or you. You know, you see somebody you ain't one of them like that, because you know you ain't even worthy to look at. You know you worthy and not even making it into what he got for you. You understand? Like people be thinking like when you meet up with the Son of the Most High, you finna be all in his face just, you know what I'm saying, and trying to catch it. Man, your face gonna be to the ground in shame. You know how you done seen somebody before you ain't trying to see? You be like, damn. Bro, that's the master. What are you talking about? Power over life and death. You just finna be all up in his face just, hey, let's rap real quick. Nah, ain't none of that. Yeah. All right, come on, bro. Let's get it. Read 1 through 6. So where you at? 3.
Yep. Verse 3. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth?
Yeah.
A perfect man and upright man. One that feareth God and escheweth evil.
That's right, I see. Ain't none of that, player. Go ahead.
And still he holdeth fast his integrity.
His who?
Integrity.
That's right, his honor. Yeah. Come on.
Although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause.
You see? So the devil moved the Most High against Job. You see? Just by having this little wager, this little bet. Most High like, you moved me against him. Because you thought that what? That he really wasn't no servant of mine because he's prosperous. Right? Then I told you to take everything he got, and I bet he still served me. And you did that. You know what I'm saying? I allowed you to do that just to prove to you that he gonna serve me regardless. It ain't even about the money. He got it or he don't got it. He riding with me.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Verse 4.
It's also showing you can be prosperous and, you know, have your nice things in life, but be prepared to lose. Feel me? Job wasn't over there. What? I was a billionaire, now I'm on welfare. What? No. His woman was. His woman started talking crazy to him. Curse God and die. Huh? You speak as a foolish woman. Shall we not receive what? Good from the Most High and not evil? Naked I came, naked I'm going. Feel me? He ain't cursed the Most High. He ain't stopped worshiping the Most High because he went through his trials and tribulations. He maintained his integrity. Stayed honorable and upright in the situation. Today, boy, as soon as the AC go off, it's over. Bro, you won't even see the Hebrew no more. No more shalom's, nothing. Shalom's, or none of that. The AC done went out. It's over. Too much tribulation. So, see that? It's either me or them. I mean, one Passover, this woman told this boy, it's either me or them. We ain't seen them since. Over. Henpecked. Over. Fell back. We ain't seen them. See? You gotta be ready, man. Any moment you can lose whatever. You gotta be ready to stay down no matter what. All right, go ahead. What else?
Verse 4. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yeah. All that a man hath will he give for his life. Verse 5. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh. He will curse thee to thy face.
He's like, boy, give him some plagues in his body. Big balls, salt. He took all his riches, his health. He will what? Curse thee to thy face. Wow. Go ahead.
Verse 6.
Yeah.
And the Lord saith unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life.
Yeah, you can't take his life. Want to be about them plagues and bugs? Go ahead. Feel me? As you read, it's a lovely story. If you ever going through anything in life, read the book of Job. The story of Job is beautiful. 22 chapters long. And you're going to see in the end, he was restored. Double. Everything he lost in the end, he got double that in the end. Because he stayed down. He stayed down. You're like, dang, most I got to take you through all that just to, yeah, battle tested and approved. Most people say that, but go just sign up for the military. The military don't let chump suckers into their ranks. Especially if you want to be elite status. Like you're an Israelite. Spelled Israelite, elite. You know what I'm saying? We the ones they call in to get it done. Like you elite forces like Navy SEALs and Green Berets, you got to train even harder. One of the most dire circumstances to be that top notch, that echelon of a soldier. You understand? Same with the script. Same with the script. You got to go through something. You got to go through an inconvenience or opposition or adversity, something that's against you. You understand? To really prove your character. Yeah, sit in that hot seat and take on them fiery darts. You be all right. You be all right. You feel me? We don't got the luxury of reinventing ourselves like the conscious community. You feel me? You smash one of them and they doctrines you, they disapprove for 2 years and come back out with something else. We stand wholeheartedly on this. Wholeheartedly. We'll live by it, we don't die by it. We don't got the luxury of reinventing ourselves. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was basically what that class was about. You know what I'm saying? Went to the rebellion of Jonah, touched on Nebuchadnezzar, thought he knew something. Feel me? Left from Nebuchadnezzar, we hit a little bit of Job. That Job was off the chain. You dig? Who else we hit? That man of God in that 1 Kings 13 chapter. Who got 75% done with his assignment, fell off. You understand? So what we learned today, Google. What you get out of what we just meant to talk to us? Tell your family online what you learned.
God has do what thus said the Lord, and that's it.
You gotta do what thus saith the Most High.
Ain't no nothing else around it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing else to be done. Once again, you're in the circle. You try to run, you're gonna be back at square one.
That was told with Jonah, wasn't it? Man. What you learned, Sharice? What you learned this deal today from these various stories? We got Jonah, we got the man who died in 1 Kings 13. We got Nebuchadnezzar. Man. Job. We got the heavenly council in the heavens that hold court every day to influence what happened on the earth. Oh man. Action packs. What you learn? That's right.
The same thing, that you need to listen to the Most High and not nobody else. If He gave you a command, do that.
Yeah. And now don't forget to the end.
Yeah, that's right.
You feel me? Because the man of the Most High was a commandment keeper. The Most High was dealing with him, but he didn't finish. You got to finish this thing. You feel me? It's all good. All right, so we finna close out. Which way is Jerusalem in this deal? Back behind us?
Nah. Let me think.
Oh,
this way.
Man, you going off. The last time
Watch that way.
Illinois is this way. Up Russell. That's east side. It's this way.
This for you Southern Kingdom folks. Y'all should know.
Yeah,
who got a compass on their phone?
I'm gonna look right now. So
I'm telling y'all it's this way.
You commanded to get Nehemiah some water. Nehemiah outside on the phone. I got you, right?
And that your emotions can't override what you know you're supposed to do.
They can't.
I thought the apple.
I don't care if it's an emotion of death or a lust emotion of what you strongly desire.
You got compass. I told you.
She pray in our house, man. I pick us a psalm, Hebrew. Nehemiah, come read this on out. Which is 23rd Psalm. 23rd Psalm. That's it. Yeah. I will fear no evil. Yeah. For you are with me. Not ride and not stand. You got that Psalm 23? They comfort me. Ah, man.
I'm trying to get the bag up there.
Get it good and done. Hey, Psalm 23, we facing Jerusalem. Worldwide family, y'all should be good. Hallelujah. Let's get it done. Need my prayers on out, man. Goodbye, shalom to the worldwide family. That's all good. We just thankful that time.
Psalms 23.
And a half.
With the Most High's permission.
Hallelujah.
Psalm of David.
Yeah.
Unto thee will I cry your house, my rock. Be not silent to me, lest if thou be silent to me, I become like them that go down into the pit.
Oh no.
Hear the voice of my supplication when I cry unto thee, when I lift up my hands toward thy holy oracle. Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. Give them according to their deeds, and according to their wickedness of their endeavors. Give them after the works of their own hands. Render to them their desert. Because they regard not the works of Yahweh, nor the operations of his hands. He shall destroy them, not build them up. Blessed be the Most High, because he has heard thy voice of my supplication. The Most High is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and I am helped. Therefore, my heart greatly rejoices, and with my song will I praise him. The Most High is their strength, and he is their saving strength of his anointing. Save thy people, and bless, and bless, and bless be thy inheritance. Feed them also, and lift them up forever. Hallelujah. Selah. Yahoo.
All praises, glory, and honor. May the Most High bless us all. Y'all willing, we'll be going live tomorrow around noon. Another Sabbath class. Y'all know how we do. And the Most High bless y'all and everything that you do. Pray for us as we continue to pray for y'all. And anybody trying to bang over these doctrines, man, a War Ready Wednesdays is going down. Probably if not this Wednesday coming up, but the Wednesday after that. We're going to do the 12 tribe chart. versus the brothers that say the Israelites are in Africa. We're going to get it done. It's going to be a respectful debate. We're going to have it live here on Honor and Humility STL. And we're going to see who really got their scriptures together, their history, their archaeology, and all that. Don't show up in the ring because it's gloves off in here. It's bare knuckle. Don't show up in here and get embarrassed, man. So if y'all down, yeah, we're going to do the flat earth too. We're going to do the flat earth, the globe earth, who was Esau. What else everybody want?
Am I perfect?
Am I perfect? Polygamy versus monogamy. Is the white man the devil? We're doing everything Israel argue over. We gonna do right here on Wednesdays on Honor Humility STL. You gonna have more than enough time to get yourself off. You understand? But come with your A game. Come with your don't get up in here and lose. You understand? I don't get up in here thinking that you're gonna wipe the floor with somebody. Study your opponent. You understand? You should know, for example, you should know if you in opposition to the 12 tribe chart, right? You should know their doctrine better than them. And for the 12 tribe chart cats, you should know the doctrine of the 10 tribes being in Africa better than them. You feel me? And bring it forth. So we're gonna start doing it on, if not this Wednesday, the Wednesday after that. We're going to get it done. And it's really for the people, so the people can have all the information in front of them and then make a rightful decision. You know what I'm saying? It's just for the people. Most teachers are already stuck in their ways, so I really ain't even tripping off. You know what I'm saying? Even though it can reform the mind of certain leaders or whatever, but this is for the people. You need all the information so you can make a rightful decision or a righteous decision when it comes to this. Poppy Shoe, you dig? All praises, glory, and honor. So War Ready Wednesdays, y'all email me at Honor Humility STL. If your sword is sharp and you really about that life, then get it in. Me, myself, I won't be debating, I'll be moderating. Everybody told me to chill out, man. Like, now you chill on out. Why don't you just moderate or something, which is cool. I know how to get brothers from different opposing views and let them sit on down, but be respectful at the same time. Dig? So it'll probably be around 7 o'clock Central Standard Time on Wednesdays. War Ready Wednesdays. I just put the promo video up a couple of days ago with an old track the 4th Tribe did called War. So if you about that, come on with it, man. That's not play no games. If you about with that, what you talk about, if the doctrine you claim is false and you about it, will be about that life. But warning, her warning, it's gloves off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and also, no doubt, House of Zion Homeschool. Check the description box. For our first wave of short leggers, are coming out to school this September. So we got a lot of work we're doing over here at the Honor and Humility STL, McKill's Decor STL. Got a lot of work we're doing. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. All your support, your alms, like my brother's saying, your offerings, all praises, glory, and honor. May the Most High bless us all. You understand? And love your God and love His people. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, they look like y'all got y'all some cracking. I'm like, hey, nah,